Hello, is anybody out there? It's me, Ethan Van Sciver, your boy EVS, your Uncle Ethan, Caesar, the human sunbeam, world's most charming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man, great big Star Wars fan, and trusted member of the media. Hi, everyone. Hi out there. Oh, look at you. Oh, look at you guys. Look at you beautiful people out there. Look at you wonderful, beautiful people. I just got off of the Billy Tucci and Niall crowdfunding comics panel, which was great. I was sleeping. I was having a really weird dream, and Andrea said, "Your phone is beeping. I can hear it all the way downstairs." She's like, "Weren't you supposed to be on Billy's show?" And I'm like, "Oh." I said, "Okay." And I did that thing that you do when you're asleep and you don't want to get up and you don't want to do what you're supposed to do. I started bargaining. I started thinking to myself, well, I can apologize to Billy tomorrow. I don't have to be on that show. I can go back to sleep and go back to my weird dream. And then I thought, do I want to apologize to Billy Tucci? Do I want to make Billy Tucci sad that I didn't show up somewhere where I should be? Even though I've been working for 30 hours straight, I should get out of bed. And I should go down there and I should do what I do, which is to, show up and charm the world. So I said, okay, I'm going downstairs. I'll go to Billy Tucci's show. And Andrew said, good, because you were snoring and I'll be able to sleep. So it's good. It's good to be among you people. I hope Andrea is sleeping. And not watching the quartering, for goodness sakes. Let's see who's in here. We've got Sinister. We've got Last Crusader. He says, we love you, Caesar, ride or die. Well, I got bad news for you. We're all going to die. I'm directing our motorcycles right into the side of a mountain. Let's see. Dad and Mom are fighting. I'm not. No, we're not. No, there is no fighting. And that's probably the problem. Billy Jacobs says, not a fan of the quartering. His entire channel is negative. I haven't watched Jeremy in a little while. So I showed up. So here's what happened. I showed up on Billy Tucci's show, Crowdfunding Comics, like I was supposed to. And lately, there are all these red alerts. I think that people, I think nothing is going on. And I think that's concerning to some people in the YouTube business. In the YouTube business, nothing is going on. And since nothing is going on, and yet Comicsgate is going on. I mean, we've got some cool stuff going on right now. I've decided to make 2020, something to obtain goals within Comicsgate. 2020 for me is going to be all about getting Wrecked Planet, Warts and All, and Rainbow Brood out, as well as little campaigns along the way. We've got the Unforgettable campaign going on right now. I'm out to just kind of get Cyberfrog out there, to get the action figures out there, get some action figures done and in your guys' hands. That's my jersey coming out. In your guys' hands before Christmas. I got a lot of goals this year, and that's what Comicsgate is to me. It's actually seeing if we can now take the energy of the movement and make it into something that lasts and something that's sustainable. One thing that I don't want to do anymore, and one thing that I can do and often get tangled up into, it's a time waster, is to fight with people. And I think the fight, when it comes to internet fighting and squabbling and things like that, I think that stuff should probably slowly come to an end, if not abruptly. Narwhal, how are you?
I'm good. Hail Caesar.
Well,
CG is alive and well.
Yeah, I think so. It might be sleeping right now, or it would be sleeping if it wasn't for the fact that we've got live streaming to do. Let's see, Jeremy. Okay, I'm not going to read that. The sorting. People are upset at Jeremy. I saw people were upset at Jeremy in the in his chat. Hail Whiskers. Are you Whiskers? Is that your new name? Narwhal?
Oh, no, I've heard that only for the first time. Though I will say this, because my mustache doesn't match my beard, that is a sign of high soy, which is too bad. I wish my mustache, I want to dye it dark so it matches.
What do you mean it doesn't match?
Like it stands out kind of. It's like blonde. It's like a soy mustache. I'm like an Amish teen that you're not allowed to shave until your first time with God or something.
Is that right? Look
Yeah.
at your first time with God. That your first time with God is your last time. That's like
Yeah.
when you die, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like it's like they can't shave their mutton chops for a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? They're super wispy at first, like the teenage early facial hair, and I still got that with my mustache. My mustache really pisses me off, but I'm living with it for now. I'm kind of pulling a Comics Kelsey. I'm gonna shave it all off and rise like a phoenix in like 2 weeks or something.
Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on that I'm not fully and completely aware of right now, but that's typical for me. All right, let me put back Foreign Agent here in the chat. Foreign Agent.
It's at 22K. I think it's doing very nice. Super special thanks to you and your boy Zach for shouting out Earthbound. Those two things happened in one weekend, gave it this huge boost. And oh, and guess what? This is crazy. I put in my 2 weeks notice at the deli.
Did you really?
Yeah. So I'm going to be done at the deli. I did a little math in my head because I was like, the deli working 1 day a week full time, I'd make $3,600. And I was like, that's kind of a lot. Do I really want to like eat that money? And then I was like, well, it's 55 days I would have off that I'm not working. And that time I could do 55 pages. What would I pay myself for 55 pages at $200 a page? It'd be like $10,000. So I'm like, it's more worth it to spend the time on comics. So.
I love it. That's a great idea. Foreign Agent is the new book from Narwhal. Yeah, absolutely support that ASAP. It's pretty, looks great. Zach's boost, Zach is still reading. I have not read Earthbound yet, but I don't feel like I'm going to need a bookmark for it. I think I'm going to be able to sit down and read it. I think I'm going to be able to sit down and read it in one sitting, right? I mean, is it that hard to read? What the is going on?
No, you can bust it out. It has good flow. You can do it in almost an hour, but maybe an hour and a half, and then you bust it out.
Zach is acting like it's War and Peace in his live streams. He's like, I read a couple of pages of it every day.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That's so ridiculous. I don't know.
Like, what are you talking about? It's a comic book.
Yeah.
And by the way, and your stuff flows so easily. Like your stuff is all about movement and being animated and being alive. So I'm gonna probably read. I'll read Earthbound tomorrow. I want to have an opinion about your work other than I just like the way it looks. I want to have an opinion about your writing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Like Doug TeNapel really liked it. And he like did a live stream about how much he liked it, but he didn't read it. So I was like, Doug, freaking read it. And I don't know, but if you read it, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing how people don't read your books. It's like, it's like take some time. Like I don't want to talk about anyone's book unless I read it. And I've read some of the books. I haven't read Black and White yet. I read Magic Cop. I love Magic Cop. It was so funny. I read Clint's book. I'm looking forward to his second one. Clint can write. Clint is a really good writer.
Yeah, he was a novelist a little bit too. He does some prose and he's good. Self-published.
Just an amazing writer and a lot of fun. His stuff. So, all right. So I'm on Billy Tucci's show. I'm promoting the idea of crowdfunding, and Billy's show is very, very positive, and the chat is filled with, "Oh my God, go look at the quartering. He's taken out Comicsgate," and I went, "Oh boy!" Like I said, there's nothing to talk about right now. There's just nothing, and so people are kind of scrambling for a topic. I talked to Comicstorian a long time ago, and he's like, what are you going to do when you stop talking about Star Wars? I'm like, I got to talk about Comicsgate and comics. And he goes, okay. He's like, see, that's the problem. He's like, some people, they get their thing, they get the thing that elevates their channel, and then they drop it, and then they're in real trouble. Now, this guy, had a channel that was anti-SJW, and then he turned it into a show called No Bullshit. And his channel, No Bullshit, was able to survive the transition from anti-SJW to something else. And he's like, that's what you got to watch out. Now, it is true, I think, that, if you don't have a theme, a channel, your channel will suffer for it, and people need to continually have something to talk about. The Quartering tweeted out, I think last week, he tweeted out something about Doug TenNapel. He said, "I'm really sorry I ever supported Earthworm Jim."
Yeah, it was a mysterious tweet.
It was weird. I was like, well, what happened? So I, of course, that splashed back on me. I'm hearing from everybody like, what's up with the Quartering and what did Doug TenNapel do? I wrote to him. I said, you okay? And I got these very kind of like terse responses from him. I said, what's going on, man? He's like, with what? I was like, with what? What's going on with your Earthworm Jim tweet that you're now being swarmed over? And he kind of said, well, what did he even say? I'm gonna quote this. Let's see. What is this? All right, Jeremy. And he said, let's see. Let me just get caught up here. I just zoomed all the way back. He said, I don't like the division. I don't like the division stuff that's going on. And I said, well, like what? He said, in general. And he said, I just clarified a tweet. I missed the old days and stuff like that. And I wrote back to him and just said, well, dude, things are changing. And we're not fighting, I guess, as much as we used to. We're having arguments in house, I think, with what Comicsgate should actually be. And I guess Jeremy let that whole thing fester for a little while, and then he kind of launched a whole thing about it today. Now, I didn't watch his video. I tuned in really quickly to see, what the tone and tenor of what he was saying was. Hi, Vinny.
Hey, guys.
Welcome.
How we doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. And I think his whole thing was, look at Ethan's and Zach's channels. Like they're stagnant. They're not moving. And therefore, if you're not constantly moving and stuff like this, the movement is going to die. Narwhal, what do you think about that? What's your opinion of that idea?
You guys might not be YouTubers like Quartering is. Quartering is like a sell his soul professional YouTuber, and where he's like, he's always trying to grow. He'll do anything. He'll talk about anything, whatever gets him the clicks, that guides him. Whereas you guys are more like, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. If people come, they will come. And what we're dealing with Comicsgate too is like a bigger picture of like how cool comics are, because our movement's super cool. So we want to keep growing it. We want people to know how cool comics are. And then that grows in the rising sea. We all make some money and all that. And like, I don't know, that's kind of, maybe that's where we're wrestling with, just getting out the word of how cool comics are.
The Quartering's in the chat going, ha ha ha, this is amazing. Well, I sent you the link, Jeremy. I mean, I sent Jeremy the link. I said, come on in here, because like I didn't get to see his whole thing. And Jeremy just said, pass. What the hell, man? When did it get to be like that? Jeremy, when did it get to be like pass when I wanted to talk to you? That's kind of not cool. Usually we talk. When Jeremy needed help, I was there to help him. And Jeremy knows that's true. Very good.
This guy was on the attack. I was doing the drawing stream over on War Campaign, so I didn't see what was going on.
Yeah, Jeremy says it's 11 p.m. Yeah, but you're in the chat. What do you mean it's 11 p.m.? You stream until 2 in the morning. What are you talking about? Or at least you used to. All right, let me read these super chats and see what's going on. I'm trying to figure out exactly what the whole thing is. And here's the thing, Jeremy, you need to understand, I don't know entirely what your argument was. I just kind of keyed in on a couple of things. I was doing a show with Billy Tucci. And so I was trying to sort of follow that thread of conversation and then follow what you had to say as well. But I'll say our show was overshadowed by people in the audience saying, the Quartering, what's going on with the Quartering? What's happening to Jeremy? That is what it is. We're trying to sort out what is going on with Jeremy right now. Let me see. Let me go back and see these super chats and sort of follow this, because I think some of these super chats actually have some information. All right, let's see. Dragons for You says, hey, Frog Boy, what's up? Me, I should be in bed. I sympathize with Jeremy. I really should be asleep right now. Tony Watt Studio says, do what you do, EVS, eat pies. I don't do that. Cody Duffin says, so are the unforgettable books in warts and all? Yeah, the unforgettable books are the first 2 issues of Cyberfrog that were published back in 1994 in black and white. In warts and all, they're going to be reprinted as they were. Unforgettable is them being cleaned up and colored for the first time by Kyle Ritter and re-lettered, because I hand lettered those books in the 90s. I drew like a line and another line and then for Fitograph and tried to hand letter them. They're going to be re-lettered by Eric Weathers. So they're going to be beautiful. We're a little more than $5,000 away from hitting our first stretch goal, which is to get those books foil embossed. And once they're foil embossed, they're going to be absolutely beautiful. All right, let me see here. Here's Von Klaus as well. How you doing, Von?
Hey,
what's up,
man? Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Pretty good.
I haven't had Von Klaus in here in ages, dude.
It's been way too long, man. I've been busy at work. I was balls deep in my next project, so sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay, man. Everybody's working right now. This is the thing. Let's see. Reports of Comicsgate's death are greatly exaggerated, says Saul for X. Yes and no. We'll talk about that. Angry Bannerling says someone docks that beanie. Praise the sun. This beanie was in the secret Star Wars Target box that I opened. The Target had a mysterious Star Wars box, and inside was an action figure, this beanie, and a comic book that I will never read. Let's see. T-minus 81 days until inventing incidents on Indiegogo, says Saul for X. Daniel P says, I just got my Earthbound book today, and I'm pissed. I thought I bought the hardcover, but I got the soft cover instead. I guess I'll have to buy the hardcover next time around. Can't wait. What's up with that? Like, were there 2 choices or?
Yeah, it was with the printer that I used. I ordered a 2,000 book print run. 500 of them are hardcover, and they just mark it up a little bit, the overall order. So then those 500 they're kind of super limited edition, and I'm putting sketches in every book and stuff. So
right.
There's like 200 more that'll go on sale next fall, but they're in storage right now.
All right, let's see. Okay. Ragmuffin says Comicsgate has evolved. Jeremy is going to the well. 200 Watt Studio says first time with God means to masturbate. Oh, I didn't know that. That's what the Amish. See, I'm learning about Amish culture, which is good because I go see them all the time. I go see them at the Amish market. So I'll ask them about first time with God and make the jerk off sign when I say
live stream when you do that. No, don't.
Hey, do you remember your first time with God? I shouldn't do that to the Amish. That would probably be a mistake. Let's see. Violet Nightshade says, I've always found quartering to be boring as fuck. Word salad. Zaid Comics says, hail, look out for Comicsgate Jumpstart coming soon. Back Magic Cop, 92 pages of 80s action. Get it before we go to the printers at the end of the month. We have one more EJ Morges sketch card left. Let's get to 10K. Wow, EJ Morges sketch card. Cody Duffin says, quartering said, the best Comicsgate book pales in comparison to anything Marvel or DC. Fuck that. What are you, nuts?
How many has he read? How many has he read?
I haven't seen this at Marvel.
Quartering, if you said that, you're trying to hurt someone's feelings and you're not being objective or honest at all. That is fucking insane. And by the way, if you think that, if that is truly your opinion, you have been like, I don't know what you're supporting Comicsgate for or what you were supporting Comicsgate for at any point, because you're thoroughly happy and thrilled with the mainstream. The mainstream is incredible quality as far as you're concerned, and worth reading. In which case, yeah, like Comicsgate shouldn't be a thing that you're even that's even on your on your radar. But it is on your radar. Let's see. David L says, I got my second chance Salamandroid cover in the 2 ash cans. Love 1998. Haven't read Amphibionics yet. You don't have to read ordered both Unforgettable books and the Wrecked Planet ash can. Just wanted to say thanks to you. Hail Caesar. John Gonzalez says, Jeremy strikes me as a gamma male. I don't think he's a gamma male, according to the Vox Day definition of what a gamma male is. That's not who he is. Nindo Lu says, Jeremy has a valid point, but remember what Medicare said, no internet friends. I think about that all the time. Trencher1375 says, I am angry about Punisher hiding behind his family. Rosetta Allen says, your Valkyrie is here to stand with you. Hail to Comicsgate. You earn my respect, and I know you have the integrity. Hail to the motherfucking brethren and Caesar. Well, hail Rosetta. Holy shit. That's quite, I mean, she's got energy at midnight. Check her out. 200 Watt says, I can't believe Jeremy can't get out of bed after you helped him when he was assaulted. Get in here, Jeremy, buddy. No internet friends. Medicare said no internet friends. We don't have friends on the internet. Optimus Deadpool says, thanks to this junk, my stream promoting Slaughter Squad Volume 1 was co-opted in the end. Thanks to the quartering drama, so back Slaughter Squad on Indiegogo. Spider-Man Not Bug Boy says, 2020 is the year of the meltdown. Dude, are you seeing the Gail Simone stuff?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh,
we'll
God.
talk about that too. That's hilarious. And I have some like a little bit more insight into that, I think, than most people, because I know Gail. Sulfur X says, hey, Uncle E, you said before that you self-fulfilled your campaigns, but you're always mentioning the fulfillment center. Can you expand on that? Yeah, I have 10 different campaigns. Some I fulfill. And some I don't. Some I use the fulfillment center to assist with, and sometimes the fulfillment center does the whole campaign. We're working and by the way, I'm always there. I'm always helping pack things. I'm always there signing comics. I'm always at the fulfillment center fulfilling these things by hand, because I have to touch every single one of these comics that gets through. But we are slowly learning how to do fulfillment here out of the house. And if we keep the campaigns kind of simple, just comics and not too many extras, we're able to do it here at home, which is kind of exciting. Caffeinated Comic Book says, Jeremy had a point where channels are concerned, but you guys are working. The fighting needs to be done. Doug, Smiller, and Edwin are old hat. Oh, the fighting needs to be done. You mean it needs to be over with? Yeah, I saw Jeremy looking at our YouTube channels. Hi, Cecil.
Cecil.
Welcome.
Cecil.
Hello.
Are you done skiing? Are you home?
No, I'm still up here. But I was watching.
Okay.
I'm heading up tomorrow.
The quartering is salty. He says your friendship is dead. Why is my friendship to Jeremy dead? What happened? What is going on? What is the problem? But no, here's the thing. Cecil, I don't know if you know, but the quartering kind of did a stream tonight about Comicsgate, and he had some criticism, so we're answering it.
Yeah, I saw that. Some of it I get. He gets some of it, but part of it I think he doesn't look through. He looks through everything through the YouTube lens. So he's like, his thing with Zach and your channel got stagnant because. So he's like, that means, you know what I mean? Like, he's a YouTuber.
Right.
So he's like, well, then your movement's dead because your YouTube thing's not. Because if your channel's dying, then and you're a YouTuber, then that makes sense. You know what I mean? He's not seeing he's just looking through it through a different set of lens, a different set of eyes.
Yeah, what's
but
his
he's pissed
passion?
off.
Like, is his passion YouTube?
Wait a second.
Well,
Wait a second. Fuck, Jeremy. What are you talking about? Jeremy is looking for a fight. Let's just go through this real quick. This is Jeremy's Twitter right now. So
that's what I was just about to bring up. Okay,
you got to be kidding me, dude. What are you inventing this? This is just invented bullshit. So predictably, Ethan hops on a live stream at 11 p.m. to totally not spin my feedback as the quartering is trying to take down Comicsgate. I didn't say anything like that. It never occurred to me that the quartering is trying to take down Comicsgate. So Ethan decides to read my DMs on stream. Awesome, dude. Totally professional. You prove my point. Fuck this. I pointed out that you didn't have much to say in your responses to me asking you what's going on. And I still would like to know what's going on. He says, so disappointing. Ethan pulls out I started a GoFundMe for you to justify my sharing my DMs to him. Now I don't have anything to hide, but it's seriously the lowest of the low to share DMs for super chats. I'm fucking 100% out. Very disappointing. Internet friends are dead.
What is this, man? Were you guys dating? This is like some sort of weird dramatic breakup or something. I don't
He
understand.
read verbatim my DMs to him. In what world is this not a total bitch move? But sure, Slay Queen. Jeremy, you said 4 words to me, and my point was not to read your DMs to expose anything that you had to say.
Yeah, the context wasn't to, you weren't owning him or anything. It was more in good faith that you were sharing the DMs.
Yeah, it was more like, what's going on with you when you're talking about the core, when you're talking about Doug Tenaple? What's going on? What happened? What's going wrong with the quartering? And when I asked you, you had monosyllabic responses to me, where normally you're quite verbose. So no, I wasn't sharing your DMs to prove anything except Jeremy has some opinions that he's not sharing even with me, which is odd, which is very, very odd. So let's see what he said. My DMs that said no thanks. Oh yeah. I sent him the link to the show, and he said pass. Come on here and have a chat. I don't know what's
that's
going
too bad
on.
because his whole perspective is from him not knowing what's going on. I mean, that's really what's going on here. He just sees the outside, and you guys are friendly or were. I don't know what's going on, but you could have filled him in on what we've been dealing with, because he's had no idea what's been going on with the whole Doug and Mike and all the drama and all the negativity they're trying to swirl around us lately. So,
yeah. I think, anyway, from what I caught of his stream, Bon, I think he's looking at YouTube channels, and he's saying, you guys have to continue the fight. If you're not fighting the power, then what is Comicsgate for?
We are. It's called our books. That was what we did that Gamergate couldn't do. Is we're creating something, and we're building a fan base to take it to the next level. I mean, that's the best way to fight.
Yeah, the YouTube channels are almost secondary to that,
Right.
like our passion, which is the comics.
We're working hard to get these things done, because this is what matters. You know, everything else is entertainment. Yeah, it's cool, and everyone's slowly building, but we're doing it all together. That's the important thing about this.
Yeah, YouTube is a means to an end. I'm never going to stop being a YouTuber, but I can't. It's really, really tough to always be hunting the algorithm. I decided last year. I said the Star Wars stuff. I don't want to go after the current Star Wars movie, and I especially decided that after I saw The Mandalorian. What am I going to keep saying? Star Wars is garbage, just to make people laugh. The Mandalorian was really good. With one little stutter step, I really liked it. So my issues with SJW Star Wars kind of came to an end, and therefore I wasn't making anti-Star Wars videos during the Rise of Skywalker, and yeah, that disappointed a lot of my viewers. Now, you could say, well, that's a thing, Ethan. Maybe if you'd continued doing Star Wars videos, your channel would be growing. I point you to your boy Zach. Your boy Zach has never stopped fighting, the mainstream comic book industry. He's still criticizing books. He's still pointing out social justice warriors. His channel has also remained stagnant, right where it is. That to me is YouTube. Yeah. So either if you're being Zach and you're constantly making videos that you're supposed to be making, that people expect, you're stagnating. If you stop making those videos, you're stagnating. YouTube clearly identified Comicsgate and kind of put a halt to us, which is fine, because I think we're good where we are. But that's the idea that we're doing something or not doing something that we should do in order to grow YouTube doesn't seem to be true.
He's kind of doing a classic YouTuber thing too, where he's doing the centrist thing, where he's saying screw CG, screw anti-CG, like both of them are equally wrong, like that false equivalency kind of like. I don't appreciate that. I would appreciate it if you would, like, if you're really going to have an opinion, pick a side.
What do you think, Cecil?
Yeah, I think, for somebody who checks in from time to time, which is probably where his status is, he doesn't realize like all the fighting he sees. He thinks it's a split in Comicsgate. He doesn't realize it's the same, 36 people every day whose make an entire mission in life is to destroy Comicsgate. And then he sees, us responding to it, and he thinks, oh, there's a war going on. There's not a war. There's tens of thousands on this side, and there's like, I don't know, 200 maybe at best on the other side. But it seems like equal battles because they have guys online constant. You know what I mean? So it's constant attack. So to somebody just casually observing, he's kind of like, well, yeah, they're at war. But the other thing he's seeing is he jumps in on our live streams and we're defending ourselves or pushing back on either Mike or Doug or whoever's saying shit. And he's like, man, every time he did say this, I caught this part. He said, every time I tune in, they're just always, because we have to respond to these things. We can't just let it go. So he may have a point as to why, it is hard to grab new listeners or new viewers if they first click on your channel and it's a long going fight with a bunch of people they don't know. So that does that point that he was making. I think that was the point he was trying to make, is that, hey, if you want new clicks and someone clicks on it and it's you screaming at Mike Miller, it's like, I don't even really know who Ethan is, and I certainly don't know who Mike Miller is, so I'm out. You know what I mean? It's gonna we're only catering at this point to the group of Comicsgate who knows. So maybe we could do things to be more like accessible to newbies, because there should be new people every day. I think that was the point he was making, but he got kind of beaten up in the chat and he got beaten up on Twitter. So now he's pretty pissed. But
he's going to double down. Now he's fighting with John Delarose, which is hilarious. He says, "Get the fuck out of my mentions too, dude." Oh, I got to show this. What is John Delarose? Hold on. Let me. I can't see John. He's blocked me. So I got to log out of Twitter in order to see what John Delarose is saying to the quartering. So
this guy, he just wants to fight with everyone. Is it for attention?
Who, the quartering? I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know the guy. I really don't follow any of that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the quartering's doing at all, honestly. I find him perplexing today.
I still don't know why he put out the tweet last. I don't know what happened that prompted the fuck Doug and I wish I never backed it. I still have no idea what prompted that. I mean, I agree with him, but that's all you were asking is, hey, what's going on? Where did is there something we should know? Is there something? I don't know. It just seems to have spiraled out of control. He's definitely on the side. He even said, if push comes to shove, the side I'm on is EVS. That's what he said. I heard that part. But he's like, I don't want to take sides. So I don't know. He's got his pride. He's got a big channel. So people are attacking him. Now he's just like, he's just like, burn it down.
Why does this happen all the time?
But this is all collateral damage. This all comes from Doug. Every fucking bit of all this shit is fucking trace it back. Everything is fucking. He was handsome fucking for Comicsgate. The worst. Stopped growth. Started the worst piece of shit fucking imaginable. He was absolute cancer to this fucking movement, and fuck him.
All right.
I was with you from the beginning, man. When you were saying it too, I was saying it from my computer. I was like, yeah, listen to Cecil.
All right. So here's John Delarose. He's like, ironic, isn't it? None of these YouTubers stand for values, just BS for their drama growth. You're right, John. How about that? Like, we agree. And the quartering says, "Get the fuck out of my mentions too, dude. Fuck your opportunist anti-Comicsgate bullshit posting your Kickstarter. You fucks are even worse than Comicsgate. You should be fighting the machine of Marvel and DC, not each other. Fuck out of here." You're right, quartering. You're both right. I'm on both of your sides with this fight, except for
it's not the same. Marvel changed up. They changed up. They put out SJW trash still, but they started putting out books with like decent artists and writers to kind of placate, and some people have been cutting them some slack because of that. Man, they changed up.
Mm-hmm. And also, other than Gail's outburst, they pretty much kept their fucking writers and artists in line. They've been quiet for a long time. So then we would just be on the tack for nothing. You know what I mean? All right, Gail gave some ammo the other day, but other than that, most people are just keeping fucking, their nose down because somebody gave them a talking to. So if their artists and writers aren't saying bullshit on Twitter every day or making videos or doing stuff, what are we going to do? Just attack them just out of the fucking blue? Comicsgate was a response to the mainstream. If the mainstream's not saying anything, we can't keep responding. It's just an attack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have to stay in just, in defense. When they talk shit, that's when we go back. Otherwise, there's no need because we actually have to work.
Yeah. I gotta say, I mean, it's like I said this. I said this just a couple months ago. I said OG Comicsgate's dead. So what I meant by that was there's just no point in constantly beating up the mainstream anymore because they're not really listening. It's not the way to actually make better comics. They have all of the control. And at this point, even if they did decide to stop making social justice comics, which DC Comics is doubling and tripling down on for some reason 4 years late, they're still gatekeeping conservatives.
Yeah, right after they destroyed Vertigo with Woke. Go Broke just happened to them with Vertigo, and now they're fucking doubling down again, like you said, again with 5G.
Oh man, that's the stupidest plan ever.
But it's where they're going. So I don't know. We're just supposed to keep yelling at Marvel and DC. And again, if that's the path to growth and success for Comicsgate, we've got Zach covering that. I mean, your boy Zach's YouTube channel is the most thoughtful and best criticism of mainstream comics that there could possibly be.
Because it's honest. It's honest. That's why.
And if DC's 5G really is woke bullshit, there's going to be a whole slew of new videos coming out. There's going to be tons of YouTubers covering that in Comicsgate. Okay. No one's going to just ignore it. But as of now, we're, like I said, most of the time we were attacking back, or we were responding to shit from pros online on Twitter attacking fans. They stopped doing that. I mean, like I said, other than Gail or once in a while, they pretty much stopped doing it.
Jeremy is saying let's see. The Quartering seems to be mad at you showing his DMs. EBS. I didn't show DMs at all. I don't even think I even read all of them verbatim. I think I just kind of summed up.
I think you did. Yeah, you did like a summary.
Fortunately, this has been recorded, and you can go back and you can go watch them. I'm not going to take down this live stream. It's going to be very difficult for me to hide what did and didn't happen or what I did and didn't say. Go back and watch it for yourself. I didn't show his comments. I just simply said the Quartering made a really strange tweet about Doug TenNapel, and when I asked him about it, he said, "Huh? What? What are you talking about? What do you mean?" It's very
that's the other thing. He didn't say anything, so why is he upset? About you kind of paraphrased what he said, which was like, "Oh, he didn't really respond," and he's like, "Wow, you showed my DMs." It's like I don't know. That doesn't.
Well, now he's I don't know what he's doing. You know what he's doing. That's kind of defensive move at this point. Let's see. YouTube is Comicsgate's marketing division. YouTube is Quartering's product. Well, that's an interesting take. He'd have a point on growth if Comicsgate had the same business model.
Right. That's what I initially think. He's looking at it. Here's guys I follow. I followed Zach. I followed EVS, and they had growth, then the end. And they're like, and then I noticed there's a lot of fighting, so the fighting meant the end of the growth. That's, he did quick math in his head, but he doesn't know all the variables. He just is like. They were growing. Now they're starting to fight with each other. Now their channels died. Therefore, the fighting, Comicsgate split, and that killed Comicsgate. The end. Like he just did a quick, which is fine, but he's wrong because he's not factoring all the variables, which is that Comicsgate is not a YouTube movement; it's a comic book movement.
Yeah, like as OG CG's dead. and we're making the books and it's on YouTube. It's kind of expanding out like, like Roots or whatever on YouTube. There's like smaller channels coming in and growing, and then there's existing bigger channels that we're becoming more open to that aren't necessarily CG, like Cartoonist Kayfabe. I watch all their videos now, and it's like I feel like this larger like big movement of selling comic books online is kind of coalescing,
But that's what we're here to do.
People are yelling at me now in the chat.
What?
Because I was but Doug but Jeremy was nice to me. No, I disagree with what he was saying tonight, but I'm trying to just figure out where he's coming from. That's all I'm doing. I'm doing a little devil's advocate.
No. They're making fun of the idea, but Doug was nice to me. Remember?
Right.
They're parroting that whole thing. All right, let's go through the campaigns, because what we do here is we actually sell books. And by the way, that was the other argument that I heard Jeremy making. Jeremy's like, well, you can't just constantly be fundraising from your community. It's like, no, we're here to sell comics. We make entertainment too, but I mean, we're definitely here to produce and sell comic books. Like this one, Cash Grab, the graphic novel by Cecil. Cecil, did you launch the new animated sequence yet onto your channel?
Yeah, it's on.
Is this it?
Oh no, I didn't do that part.
Okay, that's what I was asking. This is.
I put it on YouTube. I totally forgot about that, to be honest. All right, I'll switch it up right now.
Oh, you gotta. Okay, all right. Put that up, and then I'll go back and I'll look at it. When you're ready. That was so goddamn funny. I thought I was gonna die. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Scotty Richards Studio again, just on his own. Didn't give him any instructions. He's like, oh, I want to do something. I was like, go ahead. Run free.
You didn't give him any directions. Like, that guy nails your character. He knows who you are.
Yeah, 100%.
Is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want to spoil anything. Like, when you put that up, and please do.
It's on my YouTube channel.
Cecil, is there a delay? Stop. Hold on. Is there a delay? Do we have a delay? We're usually so like on the money with timing, and we're walking on each other tonight. Are we just excited?
Maybe.
I don't know what's going on. All right.
Maybe I'll get headphones. That'll help. Hold on.
Okay. Foreign Agent, the Indiegogo graphic novel by Per Berg, otherwise known as Narwhal. You would know him better as Narwhal. Just picked up another couple of backers. Foreign Agent, what's this about, Narwhal?
Two soldiers come into a house, kind of force their way in out of a storm, and they can't speak the same language as the family. They're trying to avoid violence, but that seems like inevitable. But so they realize that the younger soldier and the youngest boy of the family are both artists, so they begin to exchange drawings in this attempt of this shaky peace treaty, and they see how it plays out from there. But at that point, it becomes like a comic within a comic. And I hired two writers to play the meta art, cast them as like the art within the art of the comic.
Now, let me show everybody exactly what the Narwhal vibe is. I'm going to play this quick video that you made. This is animation that you did yourself, and damn you, son. Let's watch this.
Music by my Dan the Milkman of War Campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's don't want to spoil anything in the book. I would say the last, it does build, the tension builds, and the last 80 pages or so, 60 pages or so get very, very intense. I mean, you bring things to a boil with all these different characters. For an agent, you feel from the beginning, I mean, and in fact, the way you set up the story of these soldiers kind of making their way across the snow, feels like they're running from something. It's not good. Their situation isn't good. By the time you hit, page 7, you're feeling tense.
Yeah.
I want to keep dabbling with some animation, but yeah.
Yeah, you definitely should. I gotta say, it's like a movie trailer. It's Kurosawa by way of the Coen brothers, by way of the Petrified Forest. I mean, this looks absolutely incredible. I'm so excited about you getting a chance to do more and more. What is going on with Cecil? Oh, there he is.
Thanks so much, Ethan. Yeah, Vaughn has read it too. I quote him, and he's one of the guys I get clout from because he liked it a lot. But yeah.
All right, people in the chat, mods, don't time people with salty comments out. We got a bigger crowd than usual here today. We're going to go ahead. Cecil's got a copy of Earthbound. All right, let me read some super chats.
I brought it. Let me just say this real quick. I brought it, and I'm with a bunch of friends and their kids, and some of the kids are like teenagers, never read a comic book in their life. I left this on the breakfast table. It went around all of them. They all loved it.
Wow.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Spider-Man, not Bug Boy, says 2020 is the year of the meltdown. Again, I'm starting to see that. Sulfur X, okay, read that one. Let's see. Settle this with Jeremy present behind the scenes, says Alibaba. Okay, it's up to him. I don't have a problem with Jeremy at all. Last King of Scotland says Quartering's face looks like uncut grass. Well, I mean, like none of us are gonna go, haha, yeah, you're right. Most of us look like our, uncut grass. Rosetta Allen says, what can I say? Between Comicsgate and War Campaign, I found my place. Ragmuffin says, Edwin the Master, Jeremy the Apprentice, sad. I seriously don't think Jeremy is listening to Edwin Boyette. I don't think that's a thing that's going on. Skits Comics says, support Comicsgate. Get on the Skits mailing list now on Indiegogo. Yep, and the piece says, Jeremy, get on this show now. Come talk. I don't think he wants to. I kind of feel like Jeremy is looking for something to talk about, and he found it. And it's me reading his DMs verbatim, DMs, which consisted of, I don't know, man, I'm just sick of the fighting. Sorry, man. I didn't mean your deepest, innermost thoughts like that. People were curious about why you were after Doug TenNapel, and so was I. And then you deleted that tweet. What on earth? John Gonzalez says, hey, Ethan, want to rethink the gamma thing? He shows signs. All right, so here's what a gamma male is. Cecil, do you know what a gamma male is?
Yeah, it's basically what everybody is calling a beta. That's not really what people
no.
Beta, so.
Gamma is worse than beta. Beta is like beta.
No, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm saying that gamma is what the common use of the word beta actually is more of what gamma is. When someone's being called a cock and things like that, they don't mean beta. That's actually a gamma.
Yeah, like a gamma male is, think about someone who got their ass kicked in school every day, and then they grow up and they carry that grudge with them. Gamma males are usually soy boys, people like Tim Doyle. Tim Doyle is a gamma male. Let's see, Preston Poulter is a gamma male. These guys are gamma males because they have grudges that they cannot let go of. You know what I mean? Because they were formed in their childhood. These grudges, the inferiority complexes, were formed in their childhood, and therefore, like, if they're mad at you, by the way, they have terrible luck with women, and if they're mad at you, they will hold on to those grudges absolutely forever, and they will never stop trying to get revenge. That's not who Jeremy is. That is who Preston Poulter is, though, right?
Yeah, I don't think Jeremy's a gamma. He's a married guy. He has a lot of drive and ambition. That's another thing that a gamma doesn't have. So he's definitely not a gamma.
A beta is somebody who betas are actually, according to Vox Day, and Vox Day wrote all this stupid sexual hierarchy shit up that gets quoted now. But according to Vox Day, betas are the healthiest thing to be. Alphas are entirely narcissistic and self-absorbed. Yeah, they get their pick of the best women and all this stuff, and people follow them. But they're ultimately, unfulfilled, et cetera, et cetera. But betas,
they get murdered too.
Yes, they do. Betas actually get like the second tier women. They're happier. Yeah, they're following the alpha, but they're so according to Vox Day, you want to be a beta if you want to live a happy life. Everybody says they want to be alphas, but alphas ultimately are hollow people, et cetera, et cetera. So gamma males though are horrible. That's not what the quartering is at all. I don't know if quartering's alpha or beta, but who cares? So I want to get rid of that. Yeah, I forget the gamma thing. Chengiz Khan says, did tapeworm get to Jeremy? No, Jeremy hates the tapeworm too. Yetna P says, EVS, I think he's drunk. Please don't burn friendship. Well, I'm not trying to burn any friendship at all, at all. I'm trying to understand what's going on here and what's motivating this. This is out of the blue. Alibaba says, settle this with Jeremy behind the scenes. He probably hates the drama you're creating right now when he's tired or whatever. Come on, be civil. I didn't create drama. He did. I'm sitting there on Billy Tucci's show, Cecil.
Yeah, listen, he just did a live stream where the first word in the live stream title is Comicsgate. So, this is not him. This is once again us talking about something else that's happening. So it's not an attack.
Yeah. What can I tell you? If you talk about me on a live stream and you've got 650,000 people, subscribers, I might want to discuss that and discuss your points that you made. I might want to do that. That isn't me doing that. I'm not attacking the quartering at all. And I feel like I'm being civil. Tinfoil Oracle says cash grab success is proof the YouTube subscribers mean nothing. Well, Cecil, what do you think of that?
Well, listen, I had access to your platform, even though I only have 11,000 subs. It wouldn't be fair to say that that's all I was drawing from. I was definitely given a huge leg up by being on this channel.
200 Watt Studio says, I can only assume Jeremy is drunk again. Can't believe he would burn your friendship like this. No internet friends. Adrian Stone says, quartering once came on a stream, dropped $100 super chat, then told you to end as he was streaming also. Was suspicious of that dude ever since. And there's a little head with a monocle. By the way, we gave away a ton of monocles today. If people are concerned, I have people concerned and asking about those monocles. I gave a bunch of them to charity today.
Wait. Did you just say you gave them to charity?
Charity for the Monopoly man. He needs it.
Yeah. Well,
monocle.
No.
I never understood a monocle anyway. Why wouldn't both your eyes be bad? Why would you just need help in one?
Well, you wink one and then you magnify, because it's just a magnifying glass. Essentially that's what it is, so that you can read small writing. I've worn it now, and I don't know how one would utilize such a thing, but I will tell you this: Ava loves the monocle. Ava walks around with a monocle around her neck, calling herself a pretty princess. Now, Ava goes to preschool. We had her preschool teachers over today. Okay, they came over to visit and everything. We're having a conversation about Ava's development and stuff like that in school. And Andrea bought some blankets, I guess, for the school. They needed a donation of blankets, and she was, they came in an Amazon box. She donated the blankets, and then she goes, "Don't you think the kids would want to play with those monocles?" And I was like, I don't know. And she's like, and the teachers want monocles. And Andrew goes, my husband meant to buy one monocle and ended up buying 100 monocles. And I swear to God, the teachers started cracking up. And I said, "Would you like some monocles?" And they said, "Sure, maybe the kids would like them." So I brought up a handful of monocles and just threw them in the box like that. So the kids are all going to be Mr. Peanut tomorrow.
They're going to weaponize those things. They're going to be swinging them.
There's going to be a lawsuit. Kid losing an eye.
Kids losing an eye. problem solved. See what I mean?
Got a monocle.
We got
You
a
know.
monocle. So piece of cake. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're giving to charity. I mean, that's what's important. Let's see. Rosetta Allen says, I'm not just a Valkyrie. I'm taking jobs. Hail Comicsgate and War Campaign. Israel Blarg says, Jeremy seemed drunk, but he illustrates what Comicsgate looks like to an outsider most of the time. Never-ending bickering over petty grievances with weirdos. Normies glance at it and turn away. Well, then why
that I said,
continue
to that I say that might be a fair criticism for new people coming in. You know what I mean? But like I was saying, we don't let shit go. Like you know, if you're gonna attack us every day, we'll fucking throw it back at you every day. That's just the way it's gonna be.
We don't let it go. If we can make it into something funny, we definitely will. And there are people. I love Comicsgate so much because there are people working all day to make like horrible stuff that would be otherwise demoralizing, funny as hell. And I got to show you this. Hold on a second. I hope I don't get demonetized. I will get demonetized for this, but that's okay. We're going to show this video. This is Geek Chorus, who's a great singer. He's making a whole album called Frog Sinatra about Comicsgate, and here we go with his new track.
His fingers pulling hair, that wild judgmental stare. Cecil says, grow up hair, it's Methwin. What he does got no defense for it. What he says expose the hypocrite. The only soul he has is on his shoe. 'Cause he's Methwin. No fudge, just Methwin. Turns his streams into a bullshit lagoon. Spreading lies about CG's so-called cult mentality. Schemes and scams and Uncle E too. After he made the switch, he just became War Campaign's bitch. Gotta kick that white drug itch, it's true.
Beautiful singing, and it goes on. I mean, there's more. That's a Geek Chorus. We have very creative people here doing very creative things. John Malin, welcome.
Hello.
Hey,
What's up, John?
How's it going, guys? I'm triggered.
Why are you triggered?
Can I say that?
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you literally shaking?
Oh my God. Yeah. Guys, you know, it's just another Wednesday for me. You know, I get up, I walk outside, I wave to my neighbors. I'm a nice guy. I gotta make my rounds on the drawing streams, let everyone know that they're paper champions. This is what I do on Wednesdays.
There was a drawing show today, wasn't there? Okay.
Yeah, there are two of them.
Okay.
Drawn and back holds. I went over there, let them know they're all paper champions.
Fuck you.
Then I go over to.
I won that one.
Yeah. Well, that's because I'm not there. I mean, that's kind of the point of
I
being
won
a
the
paper
first
champion.
one as well. Yeah, go for it.
Right. And so then I go over to drawn and quartered, and I let them know they're paper champions.
Mm-hmm.
I bring their viewership up, you know, because their viewership has been in the tank. So while I'm in there talking smack, you know, nothing hard, just, you know, you're a paper champion, I'm the best, number one, kind of type stuff. Edwin starts timing me. Timing me out. But it was funny because the first time I think I got timed out was when somebody said, well, it's not so hard when you get people coming in with alt accounts voting for you. I go, look, man, I'm not trying to brag. I'm just being factual, right? I'm like, look, I got 6,000 subs on YouTube. Okay. I have 9,000 followers on Twitter. I think that over my weeks of promotion, I can motivate 400 people to come in and vote for me. 400 people.
I think you've proven that to be true time and time again.
So I get timed out for that by Edwin. I'm like, mother.
It's Matt.
Yeah. So anyways, so then I'm like, what are you doing? You know, after my timeout. So I'm like, what are you doing, Edwin? I get timed out again. And then I call him a B exclamation point TCH, whatever. You know, oh, we don't take that kind of language. I'm like, it's not even a word. I'm like, don't you guys even read comic books? Like, this is how we cuss in comics. So anyways, I got timed out again and again. I kept coming back, calling people paper champions. You know, look, I mean, this is all, you know, this is what I'm known for. This is what I do. I'm a trash talker. I'm not hurting anybody. There's no blood on the field. But anyway, so I think it was Ray Thulu blocked me from Mike's channel.
For good? You're blocked from Mike's channel?
Wow.
Yeah, I do believe so.
All you were doing was protecting the integrity of your belt.
Yeah. It's my belt. I own both these shows. They're mine.
No, you don't own both of them.
Now you are Muhammad Ali.
He's a monster ever since he got those eyebrows. This is him. Let me ask you a question. When you said hello to your neighbor this morning, did you have the eyebrows on? And was the hello just a stare with your mouth closed?
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course it was.
I knew it. Fucking mail in the merciless.
Yeah, they should be saying hello to me first.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a pecking order.
He's got those eyebrows, and I'm telling you, those eyebrows have made him a new man. Now, John, are you? You're not wearing them now, are you? I mean,
No.
Okay, all right. When he's in public now, he flexes those eyebrows, and I do think that it's given him a new lease on life. How was Drawn and Quarter? What was the topic today?
Some hedgehog thing.
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
Man, I would have loved to have seen your version of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
would be great.
What did
If it was
like
on Drawn and Back Hold, it'd have blood all over its face. And if it was on Drawn and Quartered, it'd be peeing.
No.
I thought it would have great boobs, but okay.
It's a dude.
It's a dude. Hedgehogs smell so bad when they poop. I've had 2 pet hedgehogs in my life. And they eat meat, they eat bugs and worms and stuff. And I swear to God, when they poop, it looks like squeezing a tube of toothpaste. First of all, their little hedgehog anuses dilate, and they just shoot out like a perfect log of like just like toothpaste would be. And then it smells fucking ungodly. Oh my God, dude! Hedgehogs smell worse than ferrets. For the most part, ferrets are the worst smelling pet that you can possibly have. I thought, but hedgehog poop smells horrible, and I just thought I'd tell you guys about that.
So why'd you buy 2 of them?
Well, the first one, they were hunters. Cecil Hunter liked hedgehogs. Hunter liked Sonic the Hedgehog, in fact, quite a bit. So let me see what we got here. The one true champion. That's hedgehog poop right there. Yeah, it's big. Like you wouldn't think that an animal could shit like that, but
How much did they cost?
a hedgehog about $200.
Oh shit! Because I was saying just get one and don't feed it, then you don't have to deal with the shit, and then just get another one. I thought that'd be a couple bucks.
So you just have to keep replacing them, but you never have to deal with the poop.
Right, just starve each one to death.
That looks like that Dirtworm Doug. Not the hedgehog, the other thing.
They're extremely cute. They're extremely cute, but yeah, they are. They smell awful, and I don't know. They're kind of fun at the same time. Cyberfrog Unforgettable. Hey John, look, I just hit $45,146.
Beautiful.
With 727 backers. I'm heading towards 1,000 backers. I think I can get there. You know, this has been up for 5 days. And oh my God, we're just like less than $5,000 away from turning this into a foil embossed. Both of these will be foil embossed covers.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah.
We haven't seen those in a while. Foil. John, what are foil embossed covers?
Shiny covers.
Raised.
Shiny and raised.
Raised or lowered, yeah. Embossed, debossed, I don't know. One or the other. Yeah.
Debossed. Can you actually sink into you can reverse it and push the image back?
Yeah. Yeah, embossed. One's raised, one's lowered. Yeah, embossed.
Embossed is raised.
Yeah.
I didn't know. See, I'm learning some possibilities here. Why can't I do embossed and debossed on the same comic and like have Cyberfrog pop out but have the background pushed back?
That would be killer.
Well, I think that would just be embossed, wouldn't it? I don't know.
That's
No, you'd further push it back. You'd further push like you see
It'd
what
be
I'm
like
saying?
3 layers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, like the Disney effect that they did on the old cartoons.
If they can't do it, what's wrong with them?
I demand that they figure out how to do this, just to satiate my petty curiosity, John. That's all I want. We got this beautiful Wrecked Planet ash can with a Jay Lee cover. Look at Lily with her knife here. Lily's like badass. Heather gonna backstab Cyberfrog?
It looks like
no.
Typical, right?
Yeah, whose side is she on?
Chicks.
You never know who to trust. Here are the Vespis, and yeah. So this cover is going to be used only for the Wrecked Planet ash can. I decided I might do something funky and fresh with this. I might do like a gold foil logo or something for the ash can. We'll see. We'll see if I raise any more money after this. This is the Salamandroid Blacklight poster. We're going to be getting those in next week. I'm going to have samples of this in. I'm going to run this campaign, man. I'm actually going to, do stretch goals and make fun stuff. So, if you get in right now, if you get in at the $10 ground floor, by the way, people saying, how come you guys can't fix the pricing of your comics? These are $10 for, $10 an issue for comic book 1 and comic book 2. And they're going to be, look, if you get in on comic book 1, you're going to receive whatever stretch goals, whatever weird little perks we decide to create. I'm thinking about giving people a gun.
We need more.
Yeah, I feel like that's the ultimate stretch goal. Is if we probably get to like $300,000, probably I'll give people guns.
Get them 3D printed guns so we can get through metal detectors.
That'll take too long. We'll just give them regular guns. Thank you guys for continuing to back Cyberfrog, Unforgettable Tales. Cash Grab, the graphic novel by Cecil, is wow. Cecil, look at this. Moving right along. Oh, you've only got a day left.
Oh wow!
Tomorrow night is. Oh. Tomorrow night, Jack Show is going to be on Ethan's channel. You're hosting. I don't know if you remember telling me that.
Oh shit.
It's going to be oh shit.
Can we?
But don't worry, I can come on. I don't have to wait till 11. I could come on. I don't know, 2 in the afternoon, and we could just run through. Don't worry if that's what you wanted to do.
Well, I mean, we'll do everything. We'll do it all.
Earlier?
Huh?
You mean start earlier, like 1 in the afternoon?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know what goes on tomorrow. It's something else is happening in my life tomorrow. I'm not sure.
No, that's silly. That's crazy talk. Cash grab.
It doesn't seem like I would have something else in my life, but
yeah, it doesn't really sound like there's something else going on. It's like you're kind of thinking there could be, because it'd be advantageous to you, Ethan.
To not have to promote Cecil all day long tomorrow. I'll find something to do.
If I start driving home now, I could be home by 8 a.m. and we could just do it. We could do an 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. Let's make it legendary.
Why don't we just do 24 hours right now?
Oh, we could do
John,
that.
Because I think the campaign will still be going it would have to be 25 hours. You up for that?
What's wrong with 25? You did 24, you might as well do 25.
Okay, let's watch the new trailer, by the way. I promised people that we get to look at this. This is genius. Scotty Richard Studios. Great job.
Absolutely genius.
Your boy. And there's more. Whoa.
What the?
This is my favorite. Ah, it's me.
Oh no!
Oh, never.
Wow.
Worms.
The dirt worm, right? Is it the dirt worm?
Yeah.
Oh my god. 6 dirt worms.
Oh,
Oh,
this is epic.
Yeah,
Legion of
Scotty's
Dirt
got
Worms.
big plans.
This guy's good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He's a great artist too. Like all the Cecil, it's all on model and stuff. Like it's awesome.
The link to
Yeah.
that's in the description, guys. Make sure to go back cash grab if you haven't yet. You've got one day to get it done. And Cecil, I will help you promote it. Of course I will.
Okay. Thank you. By the way, Anna's in the chat. She's calling me stupid. She's saying she can't host tomorrow, but she will be on the show.
Anna, what did you think of seeing your friend beat the living shit out of Baby Yoda?
We'll ask her tomorrow.
No. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. That was a shocking thing that we all witnessed together.
Right.
all
I'm
right.
not usually good with my left, but I see the way Scotty fixed that. I was hitting him equally. He's getting on both sides.
Hell yeah. Let's see. All right. Jeremy Hambley is a beta through and through. He got punched and went to court. Nothing more beta than that. No, I supported him doing that. I wanted him to go to court. I thought that sucked. You can't be at it. You can't be at a convention, be kind of an e-celeb, and be drinking all the time, and then just looking over your shoulder for some weirdo who wants to beat the fuck out of you at that opportunity. I thought that was uncool. Snarkticon DM says EVS has to promote Cecil all day because Pimp Malin ain't selling that cinnamon.
That's right. Look, man, Anna got all over my trick.
All right,
she can have that ass.
What happened, Daddy?
Bitch, you know what happened?
Sulfur X says Yellow Flash is still growing. Comicsgate is just precise. Yeah, Yellow Flash is doing what he should be doing. I mean, Yellow Flash rode the Weeb Wars thing. He did the I Stand with Vic. He's following the algorithm and doing a great job. You know, YouTube is important to him. The dude is rocking it right now.
Scientist.
Yeah. You can. I mean, you can do it. You know, you can do that if you want. I've got 6 different things pulling me in different directions. So it's not easy for me to just be a YouTuber. I love YouTube. I love doing. But you know what I like? I like doing live streams, and live streams are what punish your channel. Sulfur X says Comicsgate can be very inside baseball, Cecil.
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Sin V says last time he acted like this, he promptly got destroyed by Keemstar and Medicare. And just like then, he's going to blame it on drinking tomorrow. Okay. Thor Odinson says Gail's having a hilarious meltdown over Birds of Prey bombing. Holy shit. And she's not the only one. There are a lot of wackadoos. I'm getting like people sending me tweets, tweet threads of people typing. Everyone's typing in all caps. John, you know how they just type? You know? They're typing in all caps, like just nervous breakdowns about how much they hate men. And these are all Birds of Prey fans.
Yeah, get out of your beds.
Get out of your beds. All they do is type. I mean, they don't even get up anymore. They're just in bed like this. But I saw that, and I saw somebody. Who was it that I saw? One of our old enemies was talking. Oh no, SJW Spider-Man was just like for the alt-right to claim Sonic the Hedgehog as their own when Sonic the Hedgehog's entire story is about environmentalism and blah 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 blah.
I thought it was about a blue hedgehog getting rings.
Yeah, that runs really, really fast.
It's about environmentalism.
Apparently.
There's a famous Sonic fan art thing. Let me see if I can find it. I'll show you guys. It's hilarious.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was just kind of like it's all about. Now it is kind of. I guess it's anti-corporate or something like that. But I don't think that's why. Why the people like it. I mean, people on the right like it. I didn't know the alt-right was celebrating Sonic the Hedgehog, but we are. And the reason why is because, very simply, regardless of what the movie's content is, they put something out. It looked like shit. The fans complained. They fixed it. And that's what these people don't get. Comicsgate isn't about politics at all. It's like, hey, are you listening to the fans? Indeed, I've said it before, and some people have gotten upset. I said, look, if SJW Comics sold, if they did really well, and that's what people wanted, I'd be drawing them. It's like, that's the thing. It's all about customer service. If people were really interested in all this stuff and it was working, I'm a businessman. I'm in comics to actually sell comics. They're not working. They are not selling. People are rebelling, and yet they're still out there, which proves that it's ideology over entertainment, and that's the problem. But Sonic the Hedgehog's great because people complained, and they went back and created a faithful version of that character for the movie, and that's why they succeeded. Birds of Prey, I don't know what the fuck that was.
That's
That
an
didn't look
abomination.
anything like the comic book at all. It was made for a very select group of comic book enjoying lesbians, and those are.
Well, I'm not a DC guy, and all I saw was a movie with Harley Quinn, and she looked like trash. And then like 6 other chicks that I had no clue who they were.
Right.
But someone said those were actually like DC chicks in there.
Black Canary.
Black Canary was supposed to be in there, and Huntress was supposed to be in there, but they're
and also
unrecognizable.
Cassandra Cain is played by like a Rose Tico clone. It's like a chubby Asian.
Yeah, don't they have costumes? Like Huntress has a costume, right?
Well,
they all have costumes, but
that movie, it looked like she had a garbage bag on her legs. Like
does she ever, any of those other girls get in costume during the movie, or they just keep walking around in street clothes?
No clue. Wouldn't see it.
That might help.
I wish I could find the Gail Simone argument. People have sent it to me a bunch of different times, but I don't know if I can find it. But Gail Simone was.
Is that like a meme I'm unaware of, like a puppet with human teeth? What is that?
They're called like ugly dolls. It's like a type of doll you can buy a toy. But I think she might have started it. Maybe, I don't know.
Let me see. Refresh this page. Gail Simone meltdown. Oh, I just typed in. I searched for Gail Simone meltdown, and I found it right away. That wasn't hard. So Gail Simone, of course, was promoting Birds of Prey, the movie. Gail Simone was like, "Hey, how excited are you about Birds of Prey?" And here's my funny little ironic wine ant style poll. Are you extremely excited? Are you shitting your pants, or is it more? One of those 3 choices of extreme enthusiasm. They didn't have an option about fuck this
or not interested. Yeah.
No, you didn't have that choice, John. So when the movie came out and when it bombed, Gail Simone meltdown here. Yes, Gail Simone's Twitter meltdown is amusing. No, she was not the director nor writer for Birds of Prey. Yes, she has always been kind of a wine ant. And here we go. Here's what she's posting. Accepting applications for girlfriend, must keep trim, must love anime, will not work outside the home, doesn't leave the house without permission, doesn't have skanky friends, must dress sexy all times, no unnatural hair colors. And then this.
Is Gail a lesbian?
It sounds like it's from her diary. Yeah.
I didn't know she was.
Dear diary.
Dear diary.
Dear diary. And then she goes on, if Birdie doesn't get the nod, I am writing in Charizard.
What the hell is that?
Charizard's a Pokemon.
She's going at Bernie Bros there too.
A little political humor.
She's going at Bernie Bros. Although I think Bloomberg just lost tonight.
That's
Did
right.
anybody see that? He got
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
no,
It's a Pokemon. Yeah.
There's that James Wood tweet. He said tonight's debate was like a bunch of millionaires beating up a billionaire.
All right, here we go. If people want equality so much, why isn't White History Month a thing? Did you ever think of that? LOL, checkmate SJWs.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. You know, it's probably worthy of debate.
White History Month.
Huh.
Not
against it. I'm not against it.
No, you know. All right, let's see. Everything must cater to my limited taste and experience, or else it is woke, and that is worse than Stalin, because, goddamn it, everything should be jerking petrol. Petrol. Jerking petrol.
Her diary is getting stranger and stranger by the moment.
Yeah. This lady's got a lot of problems.
I think it's her best work.
How could she type this much? Isn't she always eating?
Yeah, I like her regular meltdowns, which is usually just a stick of butter on a loaded potato.
It's calm down time, Gail. have a puppy. Yes, Birds of Prey did fail.
Bomb.
It bombed. It lost a lot of money. And that means that it's unlikely that there will be more.
Lost investors a lot of money.
It lost everyone a lot of money at a time when AT&T is looking with some scrutiny at DC Comics and those Warner Brothers properties. So that is sad. That is sad. It means that probably the market went down for angry lesbian superhero movies. There probably will be less than that. We've established that the demand is not as high as Gail someone must have thought. And so there will probably be fewer. It's a matter of supply and demand. We have endless supply of weirdos in mainstream comics willing to produce angry lesbian superhero movies and comics, but just the demand is an issue. The question is there a demand for it? The answer is no.
It didn't stop Marvel.
It didn't?
No. Yeah, they published all that SJW stuff. They all bombed, and they've doubled down for years now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, DC's actually doing the same thing with their 5th generation, or now, by the way, it was called 5G. They realized that 5G was causing people brain cancer. And so, you know, the telephone like network. So they decided to call it Generation 5.
So isn't that a red flag right there? Causes
they
cancer.
They should have just called it brain cancer.
They should have just called it corporate shills. I mean, no kid in their right mind would get it within 1,000 feet of a company that blatantly corporate.
They are blatantly corporate. Now, that's one of the cool things about Comicsgate is I don't know if we're supposed to keep kicking the blatantly corporate the way that we were before. I think now what we're doing is probably more effective by producing comics that are brilliant. Cash grab. Everybody wants cash grab. Not only that, everybody wants. Wow, Cecil, look at this. $112,214.
Well done.
You just passed 1,400 backers.
Hell yeah!
Thank you.
That's more people than went to see Birds of Prey.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
It's more people than are backing Mark Waid's Humanoids books.
It's way more people than that. Yeah, Mark Waid is now the president of Humanoids, from what I understand.
Yeah, see? Failing upwards. That's what it's all about.
Oh, my God.
To be fair, the lead character in Cash Grab is way sexier than Birds of Prey.
Oh, by the way, Ethan, Through the Woods is getting really close to 20,000 now.
How close?
Very close.
Nice.
Interesting. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, I extended the campaign, so if we hit 25K, the first 60-day backers, they're all going to get an ash can for free. So you want to get in on that fast. We got like the cutoff is March 19th.
Paper champion.
Sit on a potsy.
Yeah. Let me see here. The Mark Waid thing. Mark Waid doing being with Humanoids is pretty funny. I actually found this on Kiwi Farms today. They were actually showing Mark Waid's new book and comparing it to, I guess, all right, this book here, The Incal. I didn't realize that the incel. just call it the incel. This is an incel. So this is Mark Waid's new book. Stefan Rue is drawing it, who is normally pretty good.
Why does he have a question mark in his name?
That's weird.
Saint Fane? Is it like? Is he saying like I'm? Is he a saint?
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 Fane.
Maybe? Fane?
Yeah.
Root? Root?
Mark Waid is doing this now. Apparently, this was initially a book done by Mobius, and here is I guess they're redoing Mobius's book. Look at Mobius's original artwork for page 1.
Wow.
Yeah, I own this book. It's amazing.
Wait. What was
That
what's
top
that
is
second?
Mobius. If you scroll down, I feel like that's not Mobius.
That's not Mobius. This is the Mark Waid version. So this is Mobius. Look at the detail here. Look at all of this. John, this
What's
isn't
he doing? Like everything one line weight? Is that what it is?
No. I don't think everything is one line weight. He just doesn't use blacks. For one, he doesn't use like shadows. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No. I meant he doesn't exploit blacks.
Oh,
He's not a racist.
Mm-hmm.
Mobius, absolutely brilliant. All right, so this is cool. He's a French artist. I think he died, didn't he? Is he no longer with us?
I saw pictures of him for the first time a few days ago, and I was like, dude, he looks like an alpha. Speaking of talking about alphas and betas, he's like tall and manly. I was like, dude, that's badass. He did a comic called Blueberry, this cowboy guy. He looks like that kind
of. Here we go. This is the Mark Waid version.
Boo. Boo.
It's just not. I don't know. It just doesn't have the impact. Like you can tell, it's influenced, but
Yeah, it's just generic trash.
Yeah.
Generic trash, Mark Waid.
Why is it generic? What's interesting about this is you would just call this generic, and this is clearly like inspired and amazing.
Well, Mobius has a graphic quality to him, and it's probably a bit of the flat tone. It's kind of like Frank Miller. If you put someone that's like super rendery on Frank Miller, it doesn't quite work. But if you do something that's a little bit more kind of pop, pop art, it works a lot better. And Mobius is a lot more kind of like pop art. Like you can just take that and slap it on something. It works out pretty well. And when you put the rendering style over top of, something that's kind of basic, it takes it somewhere else.
Yeah.
He's leaving whole sections of that page white.
If that was all done in flat tone, it would probably be a lot more fitting.
Yeah.
Still, like, this is just a guy falling, and we're not seeing much of the world. We're not seeing trash. We're not seeing birds. It doesn't feel as alive and lived in. It's just a lot of piping, giving us that perspective, and then the main character.
Well, here's the thing.
What's that expression on his face?
I don't know, but like this is interesting because we're witnessing this. Like we don't see this guy's face. We're just witnessing it. We're mostly looking at everybody else's expression and the long distance that this guy's got to fall, but he's just an anonymous. Here we're right with the dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like we know him. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, you might wonder how I got to this spot. Like, I mean, it's a little bit different. It's a different tone. But yeah, like there's something, man. I'm telling you, like this does look just like, and I like Stephen Rowe. I do. I like him. But this just misses the mark somehow. It's really the difference between, a skilled artist and a gifted, talented artist.
Yeah. And also the way that the shot is done, the Mobius shot, it's showing how far he's going to fall. So you're like, oh shit, this dude is going to go a long ways down. The other one, the guy could be right next to the floor. You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that too. Wow, it's just a strange thing. So Mark Waid is now doing this book, The Incal, which looks a lot like The Incel for humanoids. Mark Waid has become the president or publisher of Humanoids. God,
he promoted himself.
You think he promoted himself? I mean,
yeah.
That means when your boy Zach wins his lawsuit, Humanoids is gonna have to pay it.
He probably made a phone call, told whoever he needed to tell that the person in front of him wasn't woke enough, and they're like, you know what, you're right.
Yeah. Then he punched holes in a wall, flipped out, broke things.
Yeah.
Until he got
he's not against calling publishers to get what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I saw his office when it was all destroyed over at CrossGen. It was a fact.
I wish you guys would take pictures of things like that.
Would take pictures?
Yeah, if Jim Valentino punched the wall the day he was canned from Image, I would have took a picture of that wall. I was there.
Well, I wasn't there when it happened. I saw it after the fact.
Wait,
they left it
Jim
that way.
Valentino? Wait, say that again, John. I was.
Oh. When Jim Valentino was unceremoniously removed as publisher of Image Comics, if he would have punched a hole in the wall, I would have took a picture because I was there.
So you're talking about Mark Waid punching a hole in the wall of CrossGen?
Yeah, that's. But no one took a picture. Like, why wouldn't you?
Maybe somebody
Come on,
did.
you guys.
It was there for a while. They left it like that.
Yeah,
it was before smartphones too.
It was, yeah.
I would like to, like, nowadays, those kind of tantrums would be really tough because, yeah, people would film it.
Yeah,
Like,
you just film it.
If Mark Waid were on the floor kicking and screaming and yelling and punching the walls,
Yeah.
you just film that shit and upload that. That's what YouTube is for. I mean,
That might be one way to get your kids to stop throwing a tantrum. Just film them. Be like, I'm uploading this. You're going to get publicly shamed for your retarded behavior.
yeah, that's probably a living hell for someone like Mark Waid, someone that has to vent publicly, and now they know that they're only one hidden camera away from being outed.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I gotta say, yeah, 100%. We almost got him. Like, Mark Waid threw a fit at a comic book store and was throwing shit. And they had to call the police on him. They had Mark Waid arrested. And there was supposedly a 911 call. Oh my God, it killed me that we didn't get this. There was a 911 call where Mark Waid, like the guys on the phone going, Mark Waid is in our shop right now. He's throwing shit and screaming, and you hear him in the background like a chimpanzee, like throwing shit. And I know this recording existed, and we tried to go after it. Me and Nick Ricada, we tried to find the recording. We got the police report that described Mark Waid screaming like a chimpanzee, and we went to the police, and they couldn't find the recording of the call. That would have been the greatest moment in YouTube. We were like, and they were telling us, no, we have it. Give us a couple days, we'll find it for you. And then they go, we don't have it. Which, God damn it! Can you imagine Mark Waid just like an orangutan, like knocking over your shop, like just wrecking shop, with your comics? Fucking hell. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, now, I think this day and age is better just for that simple reason. Like, we have smartphones. We can record shit like that, and we need to. I
hope someone's there with a smartphone when he finds out your boy Zach wins the lawsuit.
Yeah, I would like to have his shorts. Could we mic up his underpants when they? I would like to have a recording of the sounds that his bowels make when the judge awards your boy Zach hundreds of thousands of dollars in damages. And forces him to, apologize humiliatingly to your boy Zach. I'd like to have. I personally want the microphone so I can record those noises and share them with you guys.
Yeah, you got it. And keep in mind, you really have to be out of control for somebody to call emergency services on you. 911.
Hell,
they must fear for their safety.
Yeah. What was it, like someone messed up like a cover that he wanted done or something, or what?
I've never had anyone call 911 on me.
Yeah.
I've had Edwin ban me from Drawn and Quartered.
You're
But he called 911 on me.
That was the worst thing that happened to you. I mean, that that was people. And by the way, that was unfair. It was unfair. All you were doing was saying, I refuse. Like, your competition is invalid unless I'm, entering it. Nobody has beaten me.
Yeah.
No, I am the true champion. You guys, whatever you award yourselves, it isn't real.
That's right. That's right. Truth hurts.
Guys, I gotta bounce. I'm sorry, and I appreciate the promo tonight. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Cool. Have a
Thanks,
good night.
Cecil. Thanks for showing your
Don't worry, Cecil. We'll keep promoting your book.
Okay, I'll
enjoy your ski trip.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, guys. Tk you.
Have a good
See
night.
you later. Yeah. I mean,
Glad he's
Yeah,
gone.
you know, I God bless him on the ski slopes tomorrow. I hope nothing Sonny Bono-ish happens to Cecil. What a life he leads. He lives like a star. Very, very wealthy.
And he does it while being hungover, which is hard to imagine. He really handles it.
Yeah,
I feel like he spent more time promoting my book than his own book.
he's a functional alcoholic. It's amazing.
His book's doing good. I think he should read. I think he should do another month on it though, because I think it could get further than where it's going to go.
Absolutely.
You know. All right, let me read some more super chats if you guys don't mind. We got a lot of stuff going on here. Skeet Neat says, Cecil, add Linkara to your comic, you Chumbawamba. Linkara isn't really in our world. Linkara is the generation before ours. Do you guys know who Linkara is?
Mm-mm.
That's what I mean. Like, we don't care about Awesome Entertainment, whatever that, not Awesome Entertainment, Channel Awesome. We don't give a shit about those people. Except Micah Curtis used to be in Channel Awesome. But we don't care about those guys. Linkara was the initial angry comic book critic. And he was very, very much an early YouTube comic book critic who would criticize things until a couple things happened. First of all, his porno profiles were found all over the internet. And it turned out that he was into very strange things. He liked pornography of the green M&M.
What?
They do make you horny. That's the myth, right?
Degenerate.
Yeah, like he liked that. I guess he was into.
Everyone knows it's the red M&M is where it's at.
Are there red M&Ms? Aren't there just orange? No, there are red M&Ms.
Of course.
He liked tranny porn and all this stuff, and that all came out. But the other thing that he did was he decided to put out his own book that was called The Lightbringer. And
how'd it look?
Let me look it up because I think you.
A lot of green chicks. A lot of green chicks in there.
Yeah. All right. It wasn't that good. I will say it wasn't that good. I'll show you what there is of it here that I just found really quickly with a quick internet search. And you can see, guys, Comicsgate is a big deal because this is what Linkara's comic looked like. Here it is. Can I blow this up? Pharaoh City. John, this is 1 point perspective.
Oh, I love it.
Wow.
Is that 1 point perspective? It is.
Why is it so off?
By the way, flat Earth is real.
It is, yeah. Like 1 point. Yeah, 1 point perspective is like the easiest of all perspective. It's one dot, and then all lines go to that dot, and yet this thing looks insane.
Yeah.
Like Picasso level. Maybe that's it. Did he draw this?
He did draw it, yeah.
They aren't all going to the same dot. That's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they or are they not? Maybe they're not. Yeah. Oh yeah,
No.
yeah. They're
No,
not.
they're not.
Fuck. He just
It's
kind
just one dot. It's just one dot, guys.
By the way, like I said, the horizon line has a rail on it, a guardrail. So flat Earth is real.
You don't have to fall off.
You won't fall off planet Earth.
What are those other lines out of nowhere going off the page?
Yeah, where do they go? Like, this is the road to literally every road is Suicide Road. Like, no matter what road you're on, it's leading to your doom.
You don't want to go down that route.
No, you don't. It's Valentine's Day, guys. The Valentine's Day sale on what? I don't know. Here it is. It started off well enough. A fantastic, peaceful metropolis within the Midwest. But it was almost amazing how quickly it fell apart. And then this happened.
Almost.
Dumpster fire.
Yeah, I would call that a dumpster fire. You're right about that. I'm not really sure what that means.
Yeah, I keep looking at that perspective, and like the lawn is off.
Yeah,
Is this Marvel and DC's new top talent?
Yeah, this is. We're supposed to be. By the way, this is Marvel's new comic. They found this guy. This is who they can afford right now.
Is that Peter Parker?
This is our hero in his day job. Sadly, though, honesty doesn't pay bills. It also doesn't pay the checks for my employees or the maintenance costs for the business itself. Sales have been in decline. Our hero was a furniture store salesman. In fact, this year has been so bad for sales, I've had to take drastic action to keep the business open for my employees. I hope he doesn't mean gay prostitution.
What's he doing? Selling chairs to fat people? I mean, that's a big fucking chair.
Yeah. I mean, for God's sake.
Oh, you have to click around a lot just to read it.
Well, no, this is I think this might be the whole thing. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can actually show you the whole book. Next, is that?
Well, to be fair, it has vibes of Mobius.
I was gonna say I kind of like that kid pick chic, but if it was a better weird story, make it punk or something. But yeah.
All right, guys, let's read this comic together. The Lightbringer. All right, so this is, by the way, this is the #1 comic book critic before your boy Zach showed up. This guy, and he just, they asked him the same thing. They said, if you don't like our comics, why don't you do your own? Zach did Jawbreakers. Lewis Lovehog, his name is. Lovehog. That is Linkara. He did this. The Lightbringer. Here's page 1 that we saw. It was almost amazing how quickly it all fell apart. Let's see what happens next. My name is Carter Granholm. I have lived in Faro City for 12 years, ever since my parents moved here, in hopes of finding the grand opportunities promised. My parents were murdered several years ago. It was declared a mugging, it was declared. They did an investigation and said this was a mugging, we've determined. And the perpetrator, suspected to be a gang member, was never caught. I can't take it personally, of course, since not a day goes by in Faro City where someone isn't murdered or kidnapped or raped. It's the police I mostly feel sorry for. Most of the citizens have lost hope in them to solve their problems. I sometimes wonder if the cops have lost faith in themselves too, considering the circumstances. The city feels like it's cast in perpetual twilight, always light flowing around me, but always a darkness tainting it somehow. I don't think I've really seen the sun in years.
The sidewalk is crushing him.
John, don't bother.
That white line is the width of the sidewalk. I've never crossed a road with a white line the width of a sidewalk.
It is though. This one is. It's a white path. What is this yellow triangle sticking out?
It's a bit of the road stripe.
My eyes hurt looking at this.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. Get used to it. Adjust yourself to it. Here we go. This is Grand Furniture. My parents actually had their hearts set that I'd become an actor. However, circumstances didn't allow me to pursue it. How many parents are like, I hope my son grows up to be an actor?
I don't know.
Mine were like, I hope my son joins the circus.
I'd rather throw my son off a cliff.
However, circumstances didn't allow me to pursue it. Instead, I opened up my own business. It's not the most glamorous profession in the world, but it's honest. And this is where he talks about honesty doesn't pay the bills. Honestly, this chair is floating in midair, John.
Dude, that chair is fucking huge.
That desk goes up high. That is a high desk.
Yes, indeed. He's hiding behind it. He's a little child hiding. Look at him looking at the computer monitor like, what the fuck? This is what he's earning. He's earning a lot of money. Hope business is doing well, Granholm. Turn the page here. We'll find out. Oh, shit. Hope the business treats you well, Granholm. After all, you got to pay me back by Friday. This guy's name is Sir Pant. He's a loan shark, a thief, a murderer, a rapist, and the man I owe money to. Damn it, you always borrow money from the worst people. Rapist, yeah, and he's mean to his mother. But first and foremost, he's a member of the most organized gang in Faro City. Well, at least they're organized. The Slavers. They're the Slavers. You'll have your damned money by then, Serpent. And then the Slavers are exactly. Look at all this. What is this? Look at the eye. Woof. This is someone who reads comic books. This is not an animal that was trained to believe it was a human. And
are you sure?
Oh, that's the girl's eyes. I was trying to figure that out. It's the girl's eyes that is being held like a dog.
I thought it was the rapist eyes.
No, because you can see the hair coming down.
Yeah, the black and the red. I was like, where the hell is that coming from? But I can just make it out. Yeah.
All right. The slavers are exactly what their name implies. They kidnap someone in the middle of the night, usually women or young children. They sell them to the highest bidder. Usually it's sexual slavery, but there are plenty of people who just use them as cheap labor. Their organization is almost uncanny in its strength. The few who manage to escape the slavery itself generally end up dead, tracked down by the slaver gangs and used as examples to anyone who would try to oppose them. They don't sell their slaves cheap, usually. So even if someone were to talk to the police, the benefactors of the slaves either hire someone to kill them or use expensive, skillful lawyers to protect the slavers in court. Police rarely even try to hunt them down anymore, since family members of the officers then get kidnapped and, quote unquote, used by the lieutenants and leaders of the gang. Wow, they're raping the cops.
Yeah, Mexico, it's happening all the time. I just watched Rambo First Blood. It really educated me.
Yeah, man.
This is like Rambo Last Blood, isn't it?
Yeah, Last Blood. Did I say First Blood? Last Blood.
Last Blood. Is this an Image comic?
This is a Marvel comic.
It should be.
If they have no family, the officers themselves are either taken or killed. I look at this girl and try to avoid thinking about what these people have done to her. I treat her as a hero. I try not to think about the fact that she probably has a family that can't find her. I try not to think about any of these things. And as a result, all I can think is that she's older than what Sir Pant usually prefers. Brilliant.
But I'll still borrow money from him.
Yeah, like, can I borrow $20? This is great. Although there was little proof of it, it was suspected that a member of the slavers was responsible for murdering my parents. John, look at this. What does this suggest to you?
What is it? What
does it suggest to you, this panel?
I don't know. Racism?
That's racism?
Yeah, it's a black dude.
What do you think, Vaughn? What do you think of, like, this panel here? What does it mean?
Dude, this is a guy who's letting out his porno fantasies and pretending like the bad guys have them in his own book.
Oh, really?
That's what it means.
This dude's like super judgy. I'm just saying, for a guy that's borrowing money from people, he's got a lot of judgment for him.
Yeah.
I think we need to send this book and a book of matches over to Miller.
All right, let's see here.
What does that panel say to you, Ethan?
It says, it's I don't know. This, for some reason, I look at this and I see cow udders, and I think that this is a demon that came out of a cow's vagina. I don't know why that is, but that's what it's the white and then the shape here. Let's see. Although there was little proof of it, it was suspected that a member of the slavers was responsible for murdering my parents.
And he still borrowed fucking money from him. What the fuck?
Guy's got money. It's the only game in town.
Judging motherfucker. I'm on the slaver side now. This guy fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, this guy's got integrity at least. You know what he is. He's letting you know.
He's working.
Misshapen head.
He's not borrowing $20.
Look at deformed Charlie Brown.
Good to hear. After all, you certainly wouldn't want any of your employees to become acquainted with my organization, would you? He's threatening to rape and enslave this guy's furniture store workers.
Wow.
Pay the man his money.
Pay him, I know. He says, you don't have to remind me, Sir Pant. I said you'll get your money, and you will. Well, then I'll leave it. Look at his little fist with his thumb inside his finger. He's like,
you'll break your thumb, dummy.
Yes.
Someday.
Oh. Well, then I'll leave it to you, Grand Home. Still, if you should decide not to pay, that one woman who works here on Wednesdays would be an excellent addition to my harem. And this guy's like wanking almost here. All right,
He's making a fist, but he's doing it behind the desk.
I can't read any more of this shit. Let's hold on. Let's move forward. We got more whining. Wow, is this a lot of whining? He's walking around with his trench coat, thinking about what a gamma bitch he is. Here we go. Help! Someone help me! Shut your fucking mouth. Please, I need help. She's got purple hair.
It's like famous perspective again.
It's an alleyway. I mean, it goes off into the distance here. You know, you've got bricks going this way. This guy's got a scar on his face, probably a rape gone wrong.
Yeah, but to be fair, look how she's dressing. Look how she's dressing.
Hold on, let's go back. Oh, yeah.
Like she's asking for it. She kind of deserves it, right?
Khaki. Every time with the khakis.
Khakis and almost ankle.
Don't dress like a whore.
Shut your fucking mouth. Please, I need help. Okay, so here we go. So surely he's going to come and he's going to help her now. This is where the hero... So, I mean, you know, these alleyways... These are common. Like, everyone writes these in superhero. There's a rape attempt or a robbery in an alleyway, and that's when the hero, he fights. I mean, this is awesome. Okay, here we go. I ran as quickly as I could after I saw it. I was almost hyperventilating as I tried to push the screams for help out of my mind. No matter how far I ran, they were always there, scratching at the back of my thoughts and overwhelming my reason and sanity. Damn it, why do I have these abilities? I never wanted them, and I sure as hell can't do anything useful with them. I ran as quickly as I could back to my apartment and gasped for breath during the entire run. My body ached. I wasn't used to sudden jolts like this, but I knew I had to get out of the streets, get away from the screams. But as I ran from the woman and her screams, a new voice entered my mind. The voice was one of my mother. You don't say. My mother, telling me how one should never fight evil with violence, since it only fueled the evil and made it stronger. As I ran, it seemed as though the rest of the city had been emptied, so as to allow me to get back to home as quickly as I could. What a hero. I can't remember seeing a single car or person as I fled from my own conscience. I don't even remember going into my apartment. My mind was completely out of focus, and I couldn't take it anymore.
It's like Frank Miller if he is bitch made.
Wow. How many Eisners did they give this person?
Oh,
all of them.
It just keeps going.
Writing, art. Woo. God bless.
Yeah, but his prose is, I mean, you know what I mean? It's worth reading. You gotta
admire it.
I have in my hands the power to change Pharaoh City, and I will change it. Here we go. Fist. He learned to put his thumbs on the outside. I know what I have to do, what I will do. Yeah. My name is Carter Granholm. I live in Pharaoh City. Pharaoh City has been corrupted. Evil has taken a hold of it. Criminals no longer fear conducting their business in the light. This guy's happy. She's running away. I will make them afraid of it again.
Wait, so that girl got raped, right?
No, he got home. This guy's the slowest rapist ever. Like, he's taken his time. He's got
the same chick. The other chick had purple hair.
Oh, it's a different chick.
He's on chick number 2.
This is the action sequence that everybody was waiting for. This is their city no longer. Pow. Blood coming out.
They say never
nice
show
hairline.
They say never show the moment of impact because it's anti-dynamic, but I think this guy's just proved that wrong.
Looks good. I like the foot here. Thump in the tummy.
Look, you did it again.
Yeah. Although they can stand in day, evil will cower in fear of my light. Let's see. We got to get a nice splash page. Don't worry about him. He'll be fine, although he certainly doesn't deserve to be. She's like, he just tried to fucking rape and kill me. I don't care if he's fine. It's all right now. Step out of the darkness. All right, come on. Give me that splash. And into the light. Let there be light, part 1.
Yeah, she's like reaching her hand up to him like a god.
By the way, what is this hand doing?
He's trying to get her hand right next to his junk.
Interesting.
Then you move it away real quick, and you're like, "Oh, sorry."
Is this Dr. Light's costume from DC Comics, or am I wrong?
No one reads DC Comics.
Well, I mean, I think that's Dr. Light's costume. I'm pretty sure it's very similar, if not. So, Let There Be Light, Part 1. This is Linkara. This is Linkara's comic book, and he's still on YouTube. I mean, you could still subscribe to Linkara if you want to, you know.
Is there a sequel to that? They ever do a part 2?
Yeah, they're like 8 parts. Narwhal. Are you interested? I mean, you want to? I mean, go look them up and read Lightbringer. Vinny's checked out entirely. Vinny is Vinny's like, fuck this shit. I'm here.
Yeah, we need a palate cleanser. Pull up through the woods.
Yeah.
He's just thinking about his money. This guy.
That shit was too hard to look at. I'm sorry.
For champion.
Why was it hard to look at? That was somebody's.
That was like a 6-year-old's drawings and Mark Wade's writings. No thanks.
A little harsh.
Accurate. Balls on accurate.
Well, now that Vinny has mercilessly persecuted,
the guy didn't deserve it.
He didn't deserve it. Oh boy, here comes Micah here. Micah, remember Linkara?
Oh yes, I remember Lewis quite well.
Okay, Lewis Love Hog. He hogged all the love. There was none left for you. You want to talk about that?
Actually, I'm trying to get caught up on everything. What the fuck happened? I was asleep.
You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss.
Love Hog is going to be my porn name.
Love Hog. Through the Woods hardcover collected edition is now just a little more than $100 away from $20,000, and Vinny T is trying to make that happen. Let me see here. 5 projects.
Oh, it's so close.
Dude, you are. I mean, this is the best project you've ever done.
Yeah, man. This one's doing amazing. City of Venus is still selling as well. I think that's close to 17. But yeah, having this one jump up this much this quickly, it's epic.
Now, I don't want to show preference between yours and Lewis Love Hog's projects.
Not in the same category.
What do you mean?
Well, one's good, the other is Through the Woods.
Wait a minute, John, you backed it.
Vinny T
backed it.
That was excellent. Vinny T's beautiful Through the Woods comic. Yeah, this is a palate cleanser. This is an incredible Hulk page. I mean, this is just fucking sensational. Great job.
Man, I appreciate that.
There are some things that I still don't understand, but you know, that's okay. I'll read it and find out.
That's right.
What's what? I love this panel here very much. So this is great, and you have decided to do what with this incredible Kelsey Shannon piece? What is this going to be?
Yeah, well, with your advice too, I'm making that the ash can. So this is for the first 60-day backers. If we hit 25K before March 19th, all those backers are going to receive this ash can. So Kelsey's work is going to be on the cover. I'm going to have the other Comicsgaters who were in that drawing stream. Their project, their artwork is going to be in here as well. So Sim Portier, Joe Ball, Canales, Patrick for drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This is going to be a good one. So, yeah, you don't want to miss out on this because, again, this is an exclusive just for those early backers. That's what I'm doing with this piece. But I'm going to keep adding extra perks as well. I have a surprise perk if we hit 25K as well for everyone, even, you know, past those 60-day backers. Because I want this to be something very special for everyone. Since the book, I mean, the entry point, $35, you get a hardcover book that it's almost 9 by 12 inches. This is the proof copy. The print quality on this is amazing. It was done in America as well. You guys are you're gonna love this thing. I mean, it's a cool ghost story. It is a dark story, but yeah, there's a lot of awesome stuff in here.
There's a lot of beautiful women in there. A lot of them.
Well, the one main character, yeah, Laura. She's an investigative journalist who inherits this property in upstate New York, and she finds out she's actually in the middle of a ghost story.
Speaking of beautiful women, Narwhal.
Yeah.
4 and 8.
Can I show you my screen, Ethan?
Yeah, hold on. Let me refresh this first. Yeah, you got another backer here.
Yeah, it's been going good. Thank you so much, and thanks to the chat. Yeah, it's creeping up there. I love it. This is fan art I did on Drawn and Backhold for Vinny. This is his main character and the ghost, and they're having a moment. Yeah,
you got to send this one to me as well. I'll put it in.
Wow. So it's like that movie Ghost.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. What is she making there? Is she making it'd be better if you were making a rainbow dildo.
Yeah, she's making like a Sibian for
Sibian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sibian. That is beautiful. That's beautiful. So that's going to be in the campaign?
Yes. I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Kelsey's piece is also going to be inside the book, though. It's going to be in the gallery, in the pinup in the cover gallery.
All right, let me read some more super chats here. We got quite a few. Let me see. Seriously, think quartering is drunk right now, says Laser Pants Toy Junk. Okay, I don't care. It doesn't matter if he is or isn't. Kamara says, check out SOS Volume 1 on Indiegogo. Only 2 weeks left. Tom Anacleto. I wish I knew how to pronounce your name. Thanks for $50. Got my replacement package, UVS. You really went above and beyond. Thank you for all the entertainment. Oh, good, Tom. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for $50. My God. Deathwish says, quarter pounder is boring and should be put down. Sulfur X says, Narwhal, I need you to look up my book, Inventing Incidents, when I drop it on Indiegogo, dude. I feel like we're feeding treats to the same spirit animal.
Oh, cool. I will. I'm doing a promo stream tomorrow, so you can DM me too and get on that.
Rosetta Allen says, Preston can't be male as a eunuch. # war campaign. Snarkticon DM says, all the kids will burn ants with those monocles. Oh, I hope so. Captain Chokeout says, I called Edwin Mike Doug. I called Edwin Mike Doug. I also never liked Jeremy. Let's not turn this into an anti-Jeremy thing. I don't mean it to be that way. I feel like he's trying to kind of pick a fight, and I don't want to fight with him. Mr. Cobblestone says, got Earthbound yesterday. It was an awesome read. John Gonzalez says, regardless, Uncle E, you guys are crushing. Much love. Oh, thanks. 200 Watt Studio says, EVS has a hedgehog poop fetish. I don't. Sebastian Anand says, Malin welcomes his neighbors like those Panda cheese commercials. What does that mean? What are Panda cheese commercials?
I feel like Micah knows. Micah,
What do I know?
what's a Panda cheese commercial?
A Panda cheese commercial. I actually don't know. I've never heard of that.
Phantom Boomer says, I like guns. Gimme. Snarkticon DM says, EVS has to promote Cecil all day because Pimp Malin ain't selling that cinnamon. Two in the pink just joined the channel. You're going to get a Heather Swain card, I think. Mike TV says, just back to your campaign. Foil covers rule. Thank you, Mike TV. Liam Gray says, Cecil, go to Wikipedia when you have time and look into Worm and Lindworm. Worm Slayer Cecil. Skeet Neat says, after seeing Rick and Morty appear on your commercial, I have to drop your comic. I will not be associated with a man who loves Rick and Morty.
Whoa.
You guys, I've never even seen an episode of Rick and Morty. Like, what's that?
No, me neither.
It's a sci-fi comedy. The gimmick with it is that it kind of delves into really bad nihilistic philosophy. So sometimes it can come across as really dumb and preachy on very small occasions. But at some points, it can also be really clever. So you really don't know what you're getting into depending on the episode.
It's like Adventure Time.
Yeah, it strikes me as like Adventure Time a little bit.
Only a lot more mature, yeah.
Yeah, the guy worked on Adventure Time before doing Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
And it's like a version of like Doc Brown and Marty McFly.
Mm-hmm.
Cyberfrog Unforgettable Tales 1 and 2 is available now. We're approaching that wonderful point in time where we will get to 50,000 and we will turn these covers into foil embossed covers. Everybody will get them, and it's going to be great. And then we're going to come up with something else. I got to think of my second stretch goal. Do you guys have any ideas?
Well,
Eyebrows.
Oh, I want to give them
Monocles.
Yeah, monocles.
Monocles. Monocles aren't as expensive as one might think. I thought I bought one monocle and I bought 100 monocles purely by accident. So that is a thought. All right, I'll think of something. Maybe trading cards or something. We'll put it to Twitter and let people vote. Let's see. If I had a monocle, I could back cash grab, says Braden Dykstra. A lot of people are threatening me for monocles. I'm giving them to little children. Simon Sympathier says, hail everyone, CG Jumpstart. The next best thing since heavy metal coming soon. Go back, Blood Hunt. Payback is a bitch. Now closing in March. I like CG Jumpstart. I can't wait to see how that turns out. John Gonzalez says only the Saturday morning was about environmentalism. Oh, the Saturday morning cartoon. Kenny Jones says, I'm Comicsgate forever, but I wanted to give Brian Polito a shout out for his new Lady Death campaign on Kickstarter tonight. Does he have?
Nice.
Let's find out what's up with that. Is it doing well?
Probably. I think his campaigns tend to do almost 150, 200,000 on like opening day, right?
Yeah, he usually does really well, like clockwork over there.
I've seen okay, hold on a second. I've seen Brian get like 350,000. All right, let me see.
Really?
No, I think I have. Yeah. Here's one.
No, I don't think I've seen him go over 300 yet.
No,
Not
no,
that he hasn't, but
Scorched Earth here got to 323 that I'm looking at. Let me just.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean this is the thing. Scorched Earth 323, 425, with 2,522 backers, which is good. That's not a lot of backers for that much money, is it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, what's the average back? Is it 40? I wish I had a calculator.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure how that works, but it doesn't seem like it seems like no, maybe that's right. Because like John, you know, wait, Cecil and Zach have like 1,000, maybe 1,100, and they're kind of sitting at.
Oh, Graveyard Shift did like 2,200 backers, I think.
Holy
Really?
shit, guys. So I found the new one. It's called Lady Death Malevolent Decimation. And he is at $181,778 as of today.
Holy,
He's still got 30 days to go. He's almost at 1,000 backers already.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he does very good on Kickstarter.
Yeah, return customers.
Oh yeah,
And he has a
absolutely.
lot
He's
of
got a
backlog.
very dedicated fan base.
Hell yeah.
See, that's the thing about him. Like, yeah, he has his he gets people prepped up and ready, and everybody returns. Everybody buys the new book every single time. It's
Properly fluffed.
properly fluffed.
Yeah, he fluffs his audience.
All right. Like, what do you mean by that?
That's what you got to do at the deli, like when they want their salads. If they get cold on top, so you got to stir them every like half an hour. Or something.
Yeah.
Metal Movies and Brewski says it's those cons, man. Yeah, Brian Polito is doing little conventions for his fans, little meetups. This is why we have to do this. This is why Comicsgate needs to get this done. You know, Isaac Lavinia says Micah is uninteresting as fuck. How can you be?
That guy doesn't like me. It is what it is, man.
I don't think he likes me either. But there are a lot of people in my chat that say funny things that you know, they're still here every day.
You know, I feel like I got a lot of people that don't like me. No one's ever said I'm uninteresting as fuck.
Yeah. I don't know what I did. That's the weird thing. Like, I really am like confused as to who I pissed off.
Well,
Apparently,
let me ask the chat. Let's just open it up to the chat. If you love Micah, let's give him a 1.
Yeah.
Put 1 in the chat. If we love Micah, let's put 1s in the chat right now. Let's show Micah that we love him. 1s in the chat. John Malin just put a 1 in the chat.
Thank you, John.
No problem.
Here we go. There's some 1s in
A
the
lot
chat.
of love.
yeah,
A lot of love for Micah.
they like
So
it.
what that tells me is that even though they love you, they do find you uninteresting as fuck.
Right now, admittedly, I'm still kind of waking up. That's why I've got this
Yeah.
here.
It would have
But-
been better if they wrote that they hated you, because then you could at least say that, you know, well, they hate me and that's why they're lying.
Yeah.
But no, they're loving you, so they're probably saying the truth.
Getting a 666 in there.
Yeah. So
It's not
now,
about-
you know, we can see, we'll go through this. We'll be able to tell who your enemies are, Micah. You know, a lot of odd numbers in here. I mean, I said type 1 and people are like 764. I mean, 69, 222. So I mean, that's interesting. But you know, at the same time, Rob Willis, one of the
Oh,
greatest.
thank you, Rob.
Hell, brother.
You know, he loves Micah. That's
Yeah.
good.
And I love Rob too. Rob is an awesome guy with a phenomenal artist too, to say the least. I'm probably not the first person who said that, though. We all know that.
Rob, I got your artwork, by the way. Thank you very much. I was showing it off yesterday, and people were complaining because it wasn't coming through clearly. And, I put it over with my other original art. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you. I will make a poster of it or something. I got to do something cool with it.
What he means is the trash bin.
I don't mean that at all. By the way, John, thank you for your new cover. It's not a cover; it's a trading card. It's a
not it's a trading card. I mean, it's cover quality because that's what I do.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't say otherwise. I'll show people, your piece. I don't think I've seen you really draw Salamandroid yet. Not like a full body. So this is John's card.
Ooh.
That's dope.
Wow. What was the title of the card, John?
Unstoppable.
Salamandroid Unstoppable, just kicking ass. So this is I can't wait to see this colored. I sent this over to Kyle, and he went, "Whoa!" So we're gonna see all this stuff colored soon.
He probably did a bigger woe for me than he did for Kane and White. I'll tell you that.
Well, at the same time, I had a nice talk with Elliot Fernandez today.
How's he doing?
He's doing good. He misses all of us except for let me pick someone at random. Micah. He's doing cool stuff. Like he's thinking about doing instructional stuff for comics creators. But he turned in this Salamandroid piece. He forgot the tail, and it's so funny. Like he turned this in without the tail, and I said, I love it. And then Antonio noticed that he forgot the tail, and he went to Elliot, and Elliot wrote me, and he's so apologetic about it. He's like, I'm sorry, I forgot the tail. I'm like, I didn't even notice it was missing. He fixed it, and then just turned it in today. And I got to say,
you say so.
Now,
that's not how the tail looks, Elliot. Fix that shit, yo.
I mean, the tail's longer, in real life.
That's like a rat tail or something.
A rat tail.
Yeah, Salamandroid's tail is almost probably twice as long as his body.
Go back to John Malin's drawing, see if he got the tail right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just bring up that good reference. Someone that cares about what they're doing.
Okay. Let me see here. Let's see if we can find
Elliot, if you're watching, get your notepad out.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. John Salamandroid is great, and he does look unstoppable.
Yeah.
Put him right here.
There, see that tail? Look at that.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's long. It reaches the moon.
That's right. That's how long it is. It goes to the moon.
I didn't even notice that, but you're right. Like he goes here, and then it goes here. It's all the way down. Way off into.
Yeah.
It just pokes a little of that cheddar cheese right at the tip.
I totally didn't pay you yet, John.
Damn you, Ethan.
I forgot to pay you.
No, that's all right. I'm in no rush.
I got to pay you, and I think there's one other person I got to pay. I got to pay Carl from Merry Boys. He did a piece too. Normally I'm right on the ball with that, but I'm telling you, I got a lot to do, John. I'm all over the place.
I know how it feels.
Yeah, it's a little bit like no wonder the quartering is giving me hell. I'm spread too thin. How can a man this girthy be spread so thin?
Yeah.
That
like
is
for bread.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, so congratulations to Brian Polito and his newest campaign. I mean, a lot of people are looking to Brian Polito for ideas about how to maintain your audience, and he just creates enthusiasm. He's got his. I got some bad news for Mike. He's created a cult.
Might say that cult of boobs.
Yeah, well, he calls them the Fiends. Okay, you are in a club if you're a Brian Polito fan. You're the Fiends. One could call that a fan club. One could call that a club, an organization. One could also call it a cult. So that's kind of how to do it. That's the model that we need to follow. We need to create a cult of personality.
Well, we're waiting on the Fez hats.
I thought CG was a cult.
Oh, it is. It is.
Not until you get the hat.
It's a specific kind of cult we have to grow inside the cult.
I don't know. I just think no, we need a hat just to show that this is a cult. And
Adidas jumpsuits
and white Nikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say for 2021, we all have to dress the same.
Cult life.
These are all really good ideas about how to produce more comics and better. We need those hats and we do need monocles. We need fezzes, monocles, and we need jumpsuits.
I'm saying pimp cane. We need the pimp cane as well.
We also need like a hazing ritual for initiation. Well, War Campaign kind of has that, maybe. But
Yeah, it's doxing your nipples.
yeah.
Here's what I'll tell Vaughn right now that he wasn't expecting me to say. Steven Spielberg's adopted daughter, Michaela, 23, comes out as a porn star. By the way, do you come out as a porn star?
If you're Spielberg's daughter, you do.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, I'm in films too.
I bet when she decides she doesn't want to perform, he could just CGI her like he does most of his films these days. Weirdo.
Was she groomed and abused by Spielberg? She said.
Oh no.
We don't know. Here, look. I mean, this look on his face isn't too.
Yeah, there's lots of rumors about him, but
I'd say that's kind of a Woody Allen look there.
yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
What are you talking about?
These people who adopt, you know what I mean? You adopt a lot of kids. I don't know. I guess it's most of the 99.999% of the time, it's not grooming, when you adopt a lot of kids. It's just, you've got a lot of love and you want to adopt children. But there's that 0.001% of the time where it is grooming, John.
Did he direct any?
Did he what? Did he direct any films? Porno film.
Maybe he shows up on set, and he's just like,
Advice.
Yeah.
If you move this in with a better lens.
Right. We need a shark. We need a big shark in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, pan in while zooming out at the same time.
Yeah, I have a feeling conversations about camera work at Thanksgiving are going to be very, very awkward.
Yeah, like he's going to be like, "Hey, I made a new film this year." She's going to be like, "I made 50."
Last week.
Prolific, yeah. So that's in the news today, and a lot of people are worried about that. How do you feel about it, Assmaster? No, Boner King. I'm sorry, Vinny T.
Ass Master's good too. That's a strange one. Strange one, my friend. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know how's he gonna get over that one. Too.
You've got to just love them. I mean, that's the thing. Like when it turns out something like that is in your family, you've got to just kind of accept it, right?
Well, when Drew Barrymore posed for Playboy, he had bought a copy and covered up her naughty bits and mailed it back to her. What's he going to do for this girl?
Wow.
The article said that according to her testimony on it is that he's actually accepting of it.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, I'm like,
creep.
I'm like, wait a minute.
The winning piece tonight. This is one of the characters from Cyber USA.
Yeah,
that's money.
This is drawn in backhold. Yep. Great job. All right, so I want to warn you guys about one more thing. The Quartering really his video, his live stream in which he just a body blow to Comicsgate and to me and to Zach. These were all terribly timed, and I want Jeremy to know that he should have picked a better time, because right now 10 plagues are hitting our planet simultaneously.
Oh, brother.
I've got a lot on my mind. There are 10 plagues. Ready? Armies of locusts are coming.
Oh, they're getting biblical. All right.
It's the book of Revelation.
Armies, though. I mean, they have spears. What's going on?
Well,
Calvary.
Yeah, they're not the Marines or the Navy. They are armies of locusts. You would think they'd be the Air Force because they fly.
Yeah.
Oh, they're from Africa, so they probably do have spears.
Gigantic swarm of locusts that belong to a plague that has ravaged, kill all men, millions of acres of crops across East Africa has been spotted reaching the Chinese border. The Chinese have had enough.
Yeah, so they're going to cross the streams. They're going to get in there and mix it up like a Venn diagram.
Oh, it's awful. Billions of the insects have destroyed food supplies across Kenya. They don't have a lot of food. Somalia, they don't have a lot of food. And Ethiopia, they don't have a lot of food either. Remember? You know, we are the world.
They don't have any food. Why they got such fat bellies?
Their bellies are bloated from like starvation or something. I heard.
Yeah.
It's called they're distended bellies, John. They're not overeating. Like that's what starvation looks like.
John, that was insensitive, bro.
I'd like to see the science on it.
It's okay to want proof. It's been described as the worst plague for decades. The worst plague. Worse than Preston Poulter. Extremely bizarre weather patterns are going on right now. It is, by the way, the extremely bizarre weather patterns that we're observing are great. We haven't had snow this year. It's been a very mild winter. It's been
very warm.
It's almost as if virtually all of the old rules have suddenly been thrown out the window. An all-time record 209 mile per hour wind gusts just hit California. California, and absolutely crazy storms are happening all over the planet. For example, just check out what just took place in Australia. Who wrote this? Sydney has been thrown into chaos by a devastating storm that saw 2 months of rainfall in just 2 days, forcing mass evacuations. By the way, I want to mic Mark Wade Shorts for his mass evacuation. When he loses the case and damages are read.
I also want to hear Richard's laughter just as that happens.
He'll pass wind at 210 miles per hour, and it'll be the 11th Great Plague.
Oh my God!
I just want Richard, when he's walking out of the courtroom, to walk by Mark and say, "Yeah, that was a bad idea."
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
As far as that story, if God gives you lemons, make lemonade. Bottle up all that extra water and save it for a sunny day.
I think the water is. It's a good idea, but the water is probably full of rats and disease. You'd have to purify it.
Well, 1%er over there, huh?
Yeah, John, you do kind of take lemons and make lemonade. I appreciate that about you. You're always looking at the bright side of natural disasters.
Yeah.
The unprecedented flooding. We're seeing unusual flooding all over the world right now. I keep saying. And the flooding that is devastating the southern United States at this moment is being called unprecedented. So Jackson...
You mean like they always do? And these are the same places that get flooded every year. Same dude on the roof of his house with like a pig waiting for a helicopter. Like, this is not anything new.
It's been identified to be centralized mostly around Mark Wade's underpants.
Oh, yeah. Unprecedented PP flooding around Gail Simone's nether region. She pisses herself over the massive failure of Birds of Prey, which I blame on her. I think that the failure of Birds of Prey is entirely Gail Simone's fault. Thank you.
Worst opening since what was it? What was the other DC film that bombed really bad?
Suicide Squad or
no, that did well. Jonah Hex
Jonah Hex.
Jonah Hex. Yeah, worst opening since Jonah Hex.
This movie was so bad they changed the title. I've never seen that done before.
Oh, they tried to be smart Alex with their title. Birds of Prey or the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Miss Harley Quinn. Fuck you. Now do you feel like an a-hole? I mean, that's the thing. Like, you thought you were being funny with that title. Now do you feel like an a-hole? You just built a movie studio. Speaking of flooding and temper tantrums coming from Gail Simone, major earthquakes. Really big earthquakes are happening with such frequency now that it's very difficult for me to write about them all. Well, try, asshole. You're the one who has a blog.
You're a writer.
For fuck's sake, stop.
He's writing about writing. This is bullshit.
It's hard to write about all this shit. Then don't do it.
No, it isn't. Writing is not a hard job. I would know. I do it full time now. It's actually quite easy.
Micah, I am not writing about this because it is hard. I'm agreeing with this guy. So I bowed out. I'm not going to do it. This guy, nevertheless, he persists. Unusual volcanic eruptions are going on. The coronavirus. You ever hear of the coronavirus? You guys aware of
Well, it's a hoax.
It's a hoax?
Yep.
I think with that one, we're all going to get it and it'll lie dormant in our bodies, just this virus that's just chilling. And then they're going to activate it with 5G and it's going to make us all go mutate and go to our brains and we're going to be screwed.
100% correct. You just, that's the through line. 5G, that's what it's for, to activate the coronavirus. We all buy Apple products.
It's all connected.
5G. And that's when we, that's when they kill us all. I knew it.
Did Corona sales go down?
You would think so, right? Corona beer probably wouldn't do that well.
I don't know, but I blame Leon Kennedy for all this bullshit.
Stop blaming Leon Kennedy. Okay.
Well, if he had shot Ada Wong in the first place, we wouldn't be in this fucking situation.
African swine fever. That's pig Ebola.
Yeah, I'm an expert here.
Yeah, here's what I want you to do. Go buy a bottle of Glade air freshener and then look at it in the mirror. If you look at Glade in the mirror, it says Ebola in cursive. And I swear to God this is true, that is how the Ebola virus is spreading. People are freshening their air. Ebola every single time. So Glade, Ebola, that is the connection right there. I'm trying to help you guys. Price of pork is skyrocketing in China now. Terrible. The H1N1 swine flu. I used to like H1N1.
It was my favorite.
It's my favorite YouTube show for a little while. And then I don't know what happened. Ethan and Neela. Unlike the African swine fever, the H1N1 swine flu can actually kill humans. In fact, it's already killed more people outside of China than the coronavirus outbreak has. For instance, 13 people in Taiwan died from the virus in one recent week alone.
This is what I've been telling people from day one with the coronavirus. You're more likely to just die from the flu.
Yeah, from the H1N1 swine flu.
Any flu. Any flu. Just because they slap a brand name on it. Stupid.
Right.
I want to die from pig Ebola.
It's always an animal.
Imagine if they slapped a brand name on the common flu that kills up to 200,000 people every year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shouldn't we be shitting our pants?
You're exactly right about that. Like, they label it something scary, swine fever, swine flu. And we're like, I don't want to get those because it has a cool name.
It's like the Chinese calendar. There's a flu for every animal, like monkey flu, dragon flu.
MF1.
Dude, you do not want to get monkey flu. 28 days later.
Yeah. If like regular flu was called the taint sweat, you would be like, oh shit, like a lot of people have died of the taint sweat this year.
I'd get off work a lot from that. I'd be like, I can't come in. I got the taint sweat.
Also known as swamp ass.
Swamp ass. That's the new name for the flu. Prepare to die. H5N1 bird flu. A lot of animals are getting sick. A lot of animals. This
flu.
This strain of the bird flu caused a massive global scare a number of years ago and is now experiencing a stunning resurgence. China has had to kill 1,000 chickens so far. And the experts we can't spare the chickens.
And then they package them and send them to us.
Suddenly the chicken noodle soup next to me became that much less appetizing.
Apologies.
And then there's the H5N8 bird flu. This strain is different, but many believe it's even more frightening. It has started to pop up in numerous places around the globe, and experts were really surprised when it recently made an appearance in Germany. Why? Don't be surprised at anything that happens in Germany or Florida. Those are the two weirdest places on Earth.
Germany is Europe's Florida.
Mm-hmm.
2021, Con.
It killed 44 whole birds. Okay. Yeah. And they're freaking this guy. It's like doomsdaying.
I think, can any of you remember a time when we've been hit by crisis after crisis like this all at once? Yeah, 2018 Comicsgate. 2020 has certainly started off with quite a bang. And many expect global events to continue to accelerate. Who are these many people? bring them to me. So hold on to your hats because things are likely to get even crazier in months ahead.
Better be a tsunami.
Fuck. Okay. Don't panic, guys. Whatever you do.
Try not to.
I'm not.
This is probably not going to affect you. It probably will affect Micah because he eats duck heads from Asian supermarkets, frozen duck heads. Have you ever seen those?
What about the bad heads?
Nah, I'm not into the whole Ozzy Osbourne thing. The ducks go down easier.
Baby, they have duck heads and they're frozen in Asian supermarkets. I've been there. They come in a big bag. They're cut off at the neck. They're mallard heads.
Mika, do you eat them frozen?
I don't know.
You gotta let them thaw out a little bit, or it's really bad for your teeth.
I don't judge the Asians. I'm not doing that. That's up to
What
other.
about the skull? I've never
How do
eaten
you
a
get through
bird's
it?
head.
Well, you kind of gotta eat around it, to be honest with you. You chomp on that thing, you're gonna choke on it.
Yeah.
Every
Hold on.
time you eat one, you're like, I told Daffy not to make fun of me.
Hey, man, he shouldn't have opened his mouth.
Why are you eating a duck's head?
Rabbit season, not duck season.
You guys really do. This is what dog heads. They're selling frozen dog heads now too.
Micah will eat it.
I might give it a shot.
Look at this guy.
You're not going to do that. I'm like, I can't even show that. It's too hideous.
No, I'd never eat a dog.
Let me show
Once
you.
it got fed to me in a Chinese restaurant, and I never noticed it.
Wink.
A lot of people think I'm lying all the time. Like, they're like, Ethan just lies. Ethan just lies about everything. I've never lied about anything, not even once. And I'm going to show you that it's true. Duck heads. Duck heads. Here's what a package of duck heads looks like. Was at a local Asian market yesterday, and they had packages of duck heads in their fresh meat case. Anyone know what they are used for? Here's what they look like. See? I guess it was duck season after all. That's fucked up. Look at the bills.
You see their ears.
That's creepy. And look how cheap too.
$2.34. That's the cheapest meat that you can get.
I think so.
$2.34. Yeah, what are they used for? People want to know. Someone said soup stock. And then Stephanie Wong, who sounds like she would know.
She'd know, yeah.
After roasting, split the skull and dig out the nugget of brains. I know it sounds gross, but duck and squab heads used to be reserved for the most senior honor dinner at the table, who might give a half to a young child as a special treat. Have half of a duck brain.
Sign of respect. All right, someone can feed me that.
John, if you were over my house and I was serving duck, I would serve you the duck head.
Wow.
As a sign of respect.
Wow.
I would allow you to scoop out the brain, the nugget of brain, split it with a child, not mine, though, and enjoy it.
Split it with Baby Yoda.
I don't think I'm going to split it with anyone. I think I'm going to just eat the whole thing for me.
They said a nugget. Like, why would you need to split it? There's Micah eating it now.
What are you eating?
It made him hungry.
Micah,
duck brains.
Are you eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the live stream?
No, it's ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Let me read some more super chats because Mike is eating right now. Snarticon DM says, "Now I wish I was going to C2E2 to see how whacked out of her gourd Gail will be in person. I hope she's not nude and screaming on a street corner."
No promises.
I wonder if she's getting trolled at these conventions now.
Let's hope not. No one should be
Nobody
getting
troll Gail. Nobody harass her in person. But if she's nude and screaming on a street corner, call the police.
And take a picture.
If that's what she's doing, that's what I mean.
Yeah. That's why we have cell phone cameras. Time of Dying 00 says Lady Death Malevolent Decimation is live on Kickstarter today and already passed 170K. This is her biggest comic yet. Check it out. Fenrir Fire says, "Hail Incal and Meta Barons. F this new crap." Christopher Arcella says, "Did you see that degenerate BBC clip on non-binary? Wanger did an awesome EFAP on it." Yeah, there was a whole thing about a weird non-binary person complaining about how hard it is. Everything's hard when you're non-binary. I would say just don't be non-binary then. You know, but everything's hard. Oh my God, getting a haircut is a tragedy because of non-binary. Did you see this, John?
No.
John, don't lie. You've seen it a bunch of times.
Not again.
Haircuts are difficult for non-binary. Why is this?
Apparently.
Well,
because they don't know if they want a dude or a chick cut.
Well, people say, hey, I know this is insensitive, but do you have a penis? That, and then that kind of instructs how they continue to cut the hair. What would you say if somebody, have you been in that situation where you honestly didn't know and you needed to know? Because most of the time you don't need to know.
No. Well, even when you go to the barber, you tell them what you want anyways. Not like they just start cutting your hair.
You go, yeah, you don't even tell them what kind of haircut you want. You just walk in, you go, all right, barber, I got a dick. And you sit down.
Yeah, you tell them that you have a penis?
What kind of haircut you want? I got a dick, dude. Oh, all right. Crew cut.
So do what you need to do based on the fact that I have a dick. Let's do this. And you sit down.
Apparently in Scotland, I guess it's different. Once you sit down, they start doing it. They stop and go, hold on, are you a guy or a girl? And they reach their hands down, apparently.
Yeah. If it doesn't make sense, it's not true.
Girls walk in and they go, vag, and then they sit down.
Veg.
I don't think that happens. I mean, I don't know. I don't hang out in the hair salon.
It comes down to money. At the end of it, she was bitching and complaining, and in the end, you find out it was just about the cash. Because if
they all want to be victims, that's all it is.
Yeah, it's going to be cheaper if you're a guy. That's the difference.
They all want what cut you want. That's really as right. Easy as it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's watch some of this, and you guys tell me. You guys tell me what you think of this, and I'll be listening to everyone here except for Narwhal. So I don't think he can relate to any of this. All right, here we go. Oh my God, already I'm irritated.
I need a haircut. It's really that simple.
So go get one.
Simplicity seems to jump out the window when I head out the door into
Irish. What I tell you about Irish? What I tell you about these people?
What are you telling? What do you think about them?
What'd you say?
You just they're the worst. You can't trust them. I said this when Carl was on here.
I would say don't put this in your upper. First of all, I would say don't put this in your nasolabial trough. That's what this is called here, nasolabial trough.
Yeah, that's just going to click against your front teeth all day.
Is that connected to your skull?
No, but yeah, I could just imagine trying to have a conversation. All you're hearing is click, 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 click. I'm like, stop it. Though personally, I would be tempted to just like grab a pen and see if I can throw it through those gauges.
Yeah, I don't like the gauges at all. I see that and I'm like, there's something fucking wrong with you. And like I got my ear pierced 16 times when I was 18. I still got the holes; they won't close up. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, I have a scar from where mine was.
What's going to happen with these when you finally realize how stupid you look?
Yeah, and the holes from them are apparently stinky. Have you guys heard about this? Like,
yeah, you have to wash them constantly. Yeah, I have some friends. Yeah, obviously I'm a metalhead. I know plenty of people with gauges, and yeah, you have to wash it out like daily, or else it does get bad.
That's disgusting. I pray. Oh my God, sweet Jesus, strike down everybody with. I don't want to say that. There are people probably who are fans who have this. Don't get these if you don't.
It seems so unnecessary. What is the point of that?
It looks good, I guess. This person,
attention. That's what it is. It's attention. Get a neck tattoo, lady or dude.
You don't know yet, John. All right, let's watch.
A limited capacity for people who don't fit the norm. And we're normally offered female or male. Mark the box with a tick. Please make yourself fit. But I'm more of that.
I was wondering where Carlo Rowe was tonight.
Yeah,
the wee lad.
Cutting hair.
Yeah.
Or if that's even an option. Like I'm some thing on the outside existing beside the world as it rolls by, all pink and blue.
Oh my God.
That is not
Shut
our
up.
world.
So poetic.
Somewhere there is somebody who is a hairstylist who is screaming at the screen going, "Motherfucker, what do you want? Do you want an undercut? Do you want a fade? Do you want a buzz? Like, just tell me what you want. I don't care."
No, I'd like you to guess it.
A taper and a trash bag.
being non-binary is the most important aspect of this person's existence because they want to give this lecture. Like that's what they want to do with their life. They want to give this lecture, and you're listening to the lecture that no doubt has been perfected and performed in front of parents. Everyone who knows this person has heard this speech where they go, "The world is just kind of like pink and blue, and I kind of exist somewhere over here. Is that really? That's the world that I live in." All right, here we go. Let's watch. This is literally the most important thing. Like nobody, I have to tell you, nobody thinks about you that much.
First world problems.
Or at all.
Yeah.
At all. Yeah, everyone thinks about me. I wish I were non-binary, so I could say they're wondering if I'm a man or a woman. No, they think about me as much as you want them to think about you. Most people are not thinking about you or wondering if you have a penis. And by the way, it's a penis. Thank you.
I think more about Narwhal's beard than any of these people. Narwhal, how long are you getting that thing? Is there a limit?
Maybe I'll keep it going because it's kind of becoming a thing. But I wear a balaclava to make it sink in. Like if you want a little skin shot, I go like this. This is like the money shot, you know, like a.
You look like you're wearing a hijab.
Yeah.
You do. You look like you're hiding in a cave in Afghanistan right now.
I'm like a gooey duck, half erect.
Gooey duck, correct.
Ugh.
Quote of the night.
I'm gonna think about that for a gooey duck erect.
This chick's gonna give me nightmares.
That doesn't matter. We're watching.
As well. Man, but I relate most to that ampersand. And
that's so giddy. It's woman and man, and I represent mostly the ampersand.
This is definitely a woman because only a woman would cry for this much attention.
You don't know. Who
I
knows?
bet her friends would be snapping their fingers right there.
Yeah.
That's how they clap.
They're nothing alone. They travel in pairs. So one will
Team ampersand.
Loud clapping.
That dollar sign. That dollar sign's what it's all about. That's my gender.
It's like Monty Python and the Holy Grail with the guy with the coconuts that follows you around going tick 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 tick. Let's have someone.
God, all this shit, all of the. If you end up on like one of these things here, you're annoying. Like this is an annoying lecture. It's ridiculous. Shut the fuck up.
so option one is the salon. That womanly world of perfumed femininity with which I feel like I have little affinity.
So go to the barber and shut the fuck up.
The barber, which isn't much better since this voice and these swells in my chest make me feel like an infiltrator.
Hey?
That's what a man is. Clearly, that's not what this person is.
Just go to Great Clips, lady.
They go to Supercuts. They don't give a shit. They'll
Yeah,
do both.
$11.
I have gone to the same barber. I mean,
This
it's like
video,
not a big fucking deal.
yeah, this video has 5 million views. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. By the way, enjoy your privilege, bitch. I go to the barber and they go, "What do you want me to do with this shit?" You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the privilege of fully headed hair. Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy your hair.
Or salon when I get to the chair. Before we can even touch on my hair, there's this question which hangs there unuttered and awkward that made all the more
No pun
awkward.
intended.
And they say, I know this is awkward. And through the mirror, they ask if I'm a boy or a girl. Am I
And you
trans?
love that.
Am I gay?
And you love that. That's your whole thing. You're waiting for that.
Yeah.
No one's
I would
ever
actually
asked
place
that.
that under shit that didn't happen.
Yeah, no one's
I'm
ever
calling
asked
bullshit
you that
on
in
that.
her life. This is someone that just wants to be a victim. That's all it is. She wants them to ask that. It's never been asked a single time. She's built this whole story up.
Of course.
They probably
Bullshit.
go, so do you want like longer hair or shorter hair? She's like, are you saying am I a boy or am I a girl? They're like, no. Just you want longer or shorter? So you're saying I'm a boy or a girl?
It's so fucking stupid. I mean, women have been getting boyish cuts for ages. I mean, good luck finding a mother over 45 that doesn't have one at some point in her life. Like this is retarded.
Yeah. I think the only person who would have asked that question is probably like her grandmother. What are you, a boy or a girl? Pick.
That's funny.
When are you gonna stop being so fucking stupid and get yourself a man?
Right?
Yeah, can you imagine putting this much importance on going to the barber? I mean, what kind of like mental stability is there in this person's life?
None.
I never think twice about going to a barber, and they've never once been like, you want a boy or a girl cut? They're like, they actually hand you books most of the time, right? When you go to the barber, there's like the books, and you flip through them. You're like, give me that. That's all it is.
Well, yeah. You just go, all right, so you want me to just, what do you want, number one razor? You want me to take down this? I mean, all you'd be doing is repeating and cleaning up this ridiculous Thompson twin haircut here. But I mean, everything that this person has done is just to blur that line and create this problem for themselves. It's like, if it's a problem, it's like everything about your look, everything about your voice, the way you talk, your mannerisms, you're deliberately doing this to create this this question in people's minds. And by the way, somebody could superimpose Edwin's face on this, and it would be pretty funny.
I want to hear what the hell she goes through every time she checks out of a grocery store.
Oh yeah. Like every
man or a woman. What? Your card. Are you a man or a woman?
Don't know what to say. Sometimes I pick my labels to make other people feel okay.
Uncomfortable? Yes, we get
it. Where I'd like to be trimmed or shaved. They need to know my sex. How else can we charge the appropriate rate? I'm sure you've seen the signs. Gents trim £5, women's trim 9. It doesn't matter how I define anyway when the hair on our head's charged by what's between our legs, and as usual,
they're quoting it. I like everything is so amazing that's coming out of her mouth that they're putting it up here on text. You know, it's poetry. This is beat poetry.
Seems to be a higher price to pay for those who are female.
Well, then be male.
Well, dudes just want their shit shaved and trimmed, and they're on their fucking way. Girls want their shit like, I don't know, crimped and blown and curled,
layered.
Yeah, they would know from the cut. Yeah, the cut. Yeah,
it's not the gender, it's the price of the fucking work that goes into sculpting your fucking head.
Yeah, like if they shampoo it, they put it over to the sink and shampoo it and blah blah blah.
Yeah, because with this individual, I mean, all they're gonna do, I mean, they're just gonna take a number 2 to the sides and back of her head, and then just trim the top, and then go fuck yourself. You know, like it's so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that old thing that what was that contraption? The vacuum cleaner with the clipper in it.
Yeah,
a Flowbee, that's it. The Flowbee.
It certainly does suck.
And I know that the majority of people do feel safe in this divide.
Safe.
Possibility if we trim a bit off our prejudices.
Holy shit.
I know in the past few years things have been changing, and that is amazing. There's drag queens on TV and out queer celebrities, hormones and surgeries.
Thank goodness. It is amazing. The drag queens on TV. All right, here we go.
Still too often, there's some of us standing, clutching our bladders stuck, trying to choose what bathroom door symbol we better resemble based on what we are wearing or how brave we are feeling. The day-to-day struggles people quietly battle, like finding a way to wear your own skin while navigating a world in which we don't always fit in.
Well, if you got tits, go in the girls' bathroom. If you don't, go in the guy's bathroom.
Now, wait a second, John. Let's rethink that because some of us.
She's like, everywhere I go.
I was being,
She's like, everywhere I go, there's this question just hanging there. It's my penis.
Yeah, if you got junk, go in the boys' bathroom. If you got no junk, go in the girls' bathroom. How's that?
That sounds right.
Is that rocket science or?
To some people, apparently it is because they have overcomplicated the question.
Go in the unisex bathroom.
And life can be tough out there. So do you have to make a fuss, or could you just cut our fucking hair?
Yeah,
you're the one making the fuss.
Not
social, they call it.
The cry for attention.
That feels so dated. It feels like 2016, 2017 level. It just keeps going. I keep waiting for that shit to stop, but I don't know.
It won't. It
People
keeps
are
going.
asking me the same question.
5 million times it keeps going.
There's a numbers game here too. That's kind of, it's just, there's, like 9 billion people on the earth or something. So it's like the internet allows people to kind of form their communities. So maybe it'll never go away. Yeah. These people are always be around just by the numbers.
Yeah.
Stupid hair.
It doesn't go by a he or a she, it goes by a potato.
Oh, for God's sake, why? Well, I mean, that's the world right now. That's what we're dealing with. Now, I would just recommend shut the fuck up and eat a duck head. Crack open the skull, enjoy the little nugget of brain inside, and consider yourself royalty, I think.
Like Indiana Jones with the monkey brains.
Monkey brain. How is that movie not like pilloried as racist, by the way? I mean, it's just like you've got Indian people. Now, I know that Ro Kabir Kumar does not open beetles and lick the junk out of inside of the beetles.
You don't know.
He doesn't?
don't know that.
Well, I mean, does he? Chilled monkey.
Ro.
So this is what we're talking about. He might have tried it at least once.
Yeah.
Maybe Ro does, but I'm not sure if other Indians do. I'm not sure.
Weak.
All right, let me see here. Paliderma says, show the original Rob Willis art you got, please. It's all the way over there. I can't right now. I'm sorry. 200 Watt Studios says Lightbringer is finding God. A lot of people really like that Lightbringer comic. 200 Watt Studios says Lightbringer, John Malin really phoned this one in.
I disagree. I thought John was hilarious.
Rhino says this is better art than most of anti-comic creators. Captain Chokout says this is what art looks like when Christy Brown draws with his right foot instead of his left. Sergeant Cut DM says Linkara found a new emotional spectrum color. Super Divorce says please get Louis Lovehog on a live stream. He won't come on here. There's no way.
He won't.
Yeah, he hates Comicsgate. Phantom Menace says just got here. Can you explain the title? Yeah. So the Quartering did a live stream today in which he decided to kind of say that Comicsgate was in decline or was falling apart or something like that. He used our YouTube metrics as proof of that. Zach and I are both kind of stuck where we're at, haven't grown in a little while, so he thinks that translates to the death of Comicsgate, which would be concerning if that were true. I didn't know that Comicsgate was my YouTube channel or Zach's. But anyway, that's what that is. And then people
piss poor research, man.
Well, people in the chat were kind of attacking him and not attacking him. We don't want to say that. They were roasting him back. And he got angrier and angrier. So we're doing I was going to just do the stream as a response to him, but other people are saying he was drunk and just ignore it. So I don't know. Trevor Nichols says, not joking. Jeremy seems offended by the title. Maybe change it. I don't get where he's coming from. He removed his stream, thus his points due. I don't care if Jeremy's offended by the title. I don't, Braden Dykstra says, Cecil must keep Cash Grab open because payday is on Friday. Extraordinary Jackson says, Michael looks like an orangutan and the sleeveless shirt doesn't help. Mikey, you don't look like an orangutan.
Yeah, I'm more of a gorilla.
Hold on a second.
Eat a banana. I want to see if I can recognize you as human or orangutan.
Sadly, I'm out.
You don't have any bananas?
Not handy, no.
Can you swing from your light?
Oh, hell no. I'd probably rip it out of the ceiling.
All right, hold on.
Exactly what I'd expect out of an orangutan.
This is Micah. And I want you to remember Micah's face as we got an orangutan.
Yeah, my face isn't that wide.
I don't know.
The goatees are similar.
Yes, I'll give it that. It's like the only red hair on my face, though. Like everything else, if you look close, is brown.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
ish.
Hold on a second. I'm not necessarily sure. So this is an orangutan.
No, that's Micah.
And that's Micah, right?
You're already confused. That's
No. This is Micah. No, wait. This is an orangutan.
Yeah.
This is Micah. No, I don't think they look anything alike. Not at all. Thank you, Micah.
So I get more gorilla comparisons than I do orangutan.
It's because you have red hair, dude.
Yeah.
Let's see. Micah is awesome just for that Berserk poster alone, says Christopher Arcella.
It is a nice one. I definitely love it.
6 a.m. Comics says, this is a top-notch panel of guests. Good night, all. Yanni Huel says, China literally declared they would rewrite the Bible to promote socialism like a week before the Wu flu started. You know what? I'd like to take a crack at rewriting the Bible. There's some things I'd change. More plagues of frogs.
Okay.
That's number one. Super Divorce says, speaking of food, can we see Mike eating chips? A lot of people really, really like that. John, did you see this?
I saw a clip. I think it was an edited version. Maybe you were playing it on here.
It's not an edited version. It's the full. It is the full-on version. I'd be happy to share it again. Yeah, somebody actually. People really like this video. Mike is eating a lot of chips lately, and someone went ahead and made this. That's no big deal. All right, here we go.
You know, they blocked me from the stream.
I know. So this is why.
Yeah, look at him wipe his hands on his clothes. What the? Look.
What is he wiping?
He's an animal.
Duck heads.
So much crunching.
Crunchy duck head.
What an entertaining stream.
Is this his attempt at ASMR or something?
Yeah.
That went from his app to the bag.
It sounds like a troop marching. Left, right.
He has a very steady chewing rhythm, I've noticed. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of chips those are.
I like that he laughs and eats another chip.
The pork grinds?
No.
I probably don't like the shirt, but I honestly don't care. I don't know.
I honestly don't care.
Oh, they're Frito-Lays. Okay.
I want to put this like on loop on the background while I work tomorrow.
Yeah, Mike just has disgusting habits. He wipes his dirty, nasty hands on his clothes.
These chips.
He sniffs his snot all the time.
What? He commented on the chips there too. He said something. He said like, these chips are just so salty.
Wait, John, what was that? He sniffs his snots?
Yeah, he sniffs his snot all the time. Like, I understand it once in a while when you're sick, you're just trying to get through something. But dude, if you got to do it that much, just blow your nose.
Yeah.
What was I thinking about?
Just keep eating, Mike.
Oh my god.
Think about how much grease is on his pants, and he's walking around with those all day long.
Yeah.
Does he have like, a bunch of stray cats and dogs following him?
Yeah.
So that's why you gotta keep. That's why you keep napkins on your desk. For little things like this.
He should just wipe him on his ponytail.
I feel like I'm on.
Oh, I just realized he's wearing the CG Alliance shirt.
Yeah, he does that as a troll.
Mike, a troll? Never.
Though he does do a decent Salamandroid.
Nah, it's all right.
John's is better, but it's not bad.
Keep going, guys. Sorry.
Look how far his fingers are going.
Oh, they're just
I was gonna guess that, Steedham. I was gonna guess that. Dude, those Trump comics are gonna be greasy.
When you guys eat chips, do your fingers ever actually go that far in your mouth? Like, I don't think mine even go past my lips.
Like, I hold one end of the chip and then I eat the other end.
Right.
Only it depends on what I'm eating. Like if I'm eating like chips and like those scoops, then I'm doing that because I don't want it to spill on my shirt. But otherwise, no.
Do that on the Jack show, John, tomorrow. See how deep you can stick a chip down your throat.
No.
Or just do a lecture on chip eating etiquette. That would be by John Malin. I'd watch it.
Your fingers out of your mouth. What the fuck are your fingers going in your mouth for?
I love how delighted EVS is at that.
I like people begging me not to show any more of Mike eating chips. That's a live stream.
I just thought, like, did you notice the green screen effect that whatever that he had before, like, started showing on the chip bag?
Yeah.
It's because he hasn't turned it off.
Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Yeah, you know what? I mean, this is the thing. Like when I was early on in YouTube, I ate a hard-boiled egg while reviewing a Vox Days comic, and I got roasted by my chat. Do not eat on a live stream ever. Just don't. Or in any video, nobody wants to hear the sound of your mouth in their headphones. Like that is the worst shit ever, and I never did it again. Never. You can't find me eating into a microphone like that. So it's so funny to see Mike just eating an entire bag of chips when he's supposed to be live streaming. You can eat your bag of chips and then live stream. You don't. There's plenty of time in the day. You don't have to do it concurrently. So all right, let's see here. More. All right, you guys should try some Century Egg. What is Century Egg? Let's see.
Oh, I know what that is.
Like 100-year-old duck egg.
That's a Singapore egg that they rot deliberately, and then you have to eat it.
Yep.
Yeah.
With the bird inside.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I want to try it.
Speaking of food, can we see? Okay, I read that one. I like Jeremy. Let's not egg on a fight, chat. Says Strictly Jake. No says Ethan. What is your favorite hip hop album of all time? The Chronic. Gumbo Eating Jeremy says Micah knows all about choking chicken. Yeah. Yana Hill says this video is why the BBC needs to be privatized. Fucking A. Doppler Radar says Micah has experience managing a dead channel. Fuck's sake. Steve Turney says just woken up and seen this live stream. Oh no, we have to stop falling out with each other. What's going on? Snarticon DM says, is Mike eating quite the pickle chips? That's good right there. No, we're not falling out with each other at all. You know, I don't think the quartering is Comicsgate. You know, he's just got his opinion, and he thinks that we need to be endlessly fighting the mainstream. He thinks the mainstream is our number one enemy. I think failure is our number one enemy. I think we need to actually be doing more comics, producing more comics, promoting more comics, and that's how we win. We don't win by beating down the bad guys. We don't, you know, the mainstream by beating them down and forcing them into submission or ruining what they've got going on. I think we win by doing better comics than them and succeeding.
Yeah, because the mainstream doesn't give a shit about the fans.
No, they don't.
They don't. I mean, again, I've had to make this point over and over again on my dead channel, apparently. But the instant that you put Ta-Nehisi Coates, one of the most America-hating writers, political writers of all time, on Captain America, you know they don't give a flying fuck about what's getting put out there. They don't.
It's just for shock value. Their little stunts that they do. We actually care. There's passion, heart, and soul in everything that we do. Every single project that's coming out of CG. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we're listening to everyone. We hang out with everyone. You know, the chats, other creators. We're pushing and promoting nonstop. We're helping each other. We're having fun. We're laughing all the time. They're not doing that. You know, they're all like, how are we going to destroy new things? How can we get some kind of splash into the news? Oh, we'll do this. Someone who's hated, we'll put them on that project. It's ridiculous.
But I mean, here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Roboto.
Frozen Caesar.
We're going to challenge anybody that criticizes us. We're running businesses here. We can't let criticisms go unchallenged. They all deserve rebuttal. Period.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with rebutting things either. You know, this idea that you should just let it, or just let it pass you by. It's like, well, if it's a bunch of nothing, then sure. But if there's an accusation of you like screwing your customers over or lying about something or so on and so forth, like there's no reason not to answer it.
It's weird that some people are coming out against Comicsgate, and they're putting their focus on, like, because we're dealing with people like Doug TeNapel. like they want us to not talk about Doug. Well, sorry, Doug TenNapel talks about us. He's called the Comicsgate a hate cult. Would anyone let that go unchallenged if those accusations were being thrown against their business? Why does Jeremy get to defend his own business, but we don't get to defend ours?
Right.
Doug is not Comicsgate. Mike Miller is not Comicsgate, but they all have criticisms towards Comicsgate, so we all have a right to challenge that back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We lost Ethan, apparently.
Yeah. This double standard is ridiculous.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me. Like,
yeah, Nick Rekieta had a thing with that as well. He didn't want us. He's like, "Can you guys just make books?" It's like, well, can't you just go be a lawyer?
We can do both.
Yeah, can't you just do whatever you do and not? I mean, people go on his channel for like fights, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you make money off of all this stuff, and you're criticizing us for defending our business against people that would call us a hate group or a cult.
Yeah, for basketball, they always call the reaction, so it's like the second foul. That's like what we do, but and then they say those are bad optics, and we're like, dude, screw your optics.
Yeah.
Like,
now I don't know about Jeremy, but I know Nick is a friend of Doug TenNapel because I know they've been to or at least Nick Rekieta has been to Doug TenNapel's home with his wife. So I know there's a connection there, a very biased connection. And but with Jeremy, I don't know. I'm just finding out about this Jeremy stuff going on right now. I don't know if he's all in on Doug or whatnot, but it's like, why do you even care? Why do you care if Comicsgate is defending itself against a critic? And Doug? Like, you know how many people we've gone against over the last 2 years? Why are now what everybody wants peace? Like, you're not even Comicsgate. I don't think Jeremy's good. I don't think he's Comicsgater.
Yeah. I've met Jeremy. I met him at the conference I was at a few months ago. And he seemed like an all right guy, but what I'm noticing is that sometimes he just doesn't do the research on things like this. And this is one of those times. It's like he could have, invited some of us to talk with him or come on here or whatever and kind of get an idea of what's going on. And it seems like he just shot his mouth off without really doing the due diligence to understand what's going on, why it's happening, what caused it, and all that other stuff, which is what you should be doing. Yeah. And it's not hard to do so. And there's plenty of people who would have talked to him about it. Do what Adam Friended did.
Yeah, maybe it's just a slow news day for Nick Rekieta and Jeremy. And
maybe
something to stir up. But
that was my theory.
Don't come at us and acting like you're fucking innocent when you're trying to tell us how to behave. Like, look in the fucking mirror, both of you.
Yeah, I would say that's my theory. The problem with YouTube is that you do need something to talk about all the time. And if you like, in order to have some YouTube content, it's great when something's happening. Like there's a new Star Wars movie coming out. Right now you could talk about Birds of Prey being a disastrous failure. I plan to tomorrow. But if you run out of things to talk about or you just get bored, you could pick a fight with somebody. And that's something that you do.
It's the YouTube game.
Yeah, I see it. I get accused of it all the time. It's like Ethan just wants to fight with us. I don't want to fight with anyone. That's not what I'm after. I feel like I'm always on the defensive personally. I feel like somebody lies about me and then I respond to that. And then, because my channel's bigger, I'm the one picking a fight. But I don't know.
Well, that's why they're looking for that attention. If they could get you heated, then they're going to get more views. That's what their little strategy is. It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, and it tends to backfire. I mean, look what happened to Captain Cummings. I still believe that the reason that Cummings picked a fight with Ethan and then me and then other people was it was the cynical YouTube game of you pick the fight, you start the drama, then it creates clicks. And so on and so forth. But it doesn't always work like that. It backfired. He lost like 2,000 subscribers in a day for that. Yeah, it was bad, and that sort of thing is just how it goes. Is people play the game. Their first reaction isn't to have a discussion with somebody or ask the questions or things like that. It's just throw out whatever you're thinking at the time and try to bank on it. And it does not always work because it's so cynical. And people are wise to it.
Of course, man. Of course. They see this all the time. And those people are a joke. Anyone who's watching now, they can see EVS is genuine. They're not.
Yeah.
I look like a bad 90s video game villain, or what is this? Multimedia CD game villain, I guess. Yeah, I do. Junkie McAstle says, I think Jeremy was concerned that the size of Comicsgate consumers seems stagnant by some metrics. Maybe. Jeremy felt betrayed by Doug. He supports Comicsgate. He just has a bleak opinion of the future. Yeah, I would watch his video, but he took it down, I guess, or he privated it or something like that. But yeah,
What did Doug do to betray him? Or we still don't know, but that's an interesting mystery.
Yeah, I don't know. Nick literally was just making the point that he wished Doug and EVS would stop fighting since he's friends with them both. Yeah. And I went on Nick's channel and we had a nice talk. Nick is cool. Nick, look, I think a lot of people are just looking at the Twitter stuff and just going, "What's going on? Stop it, guys! Stop fighting." I guess we will stop fighting at some point, but not until all our enemies lie at our feet. At that point we'll stop fighting. All right, let's see. Ethan is what a 90s grunge band member looks like after not committing suicide for 30 years. That was a beautiful roast. Absolutely beautiful. All right, the quartering stream is here. Like, you can, I guess he's got it. He unlisted it. All right. Thank you guys very much for being here. I think I'm going to go to bed. It's like 3 a.m. I want to ask people to please go ahead and support Foreign Agent on Indiegogo. Foreign Agent by Narwhal. Picked up
Hail Caesar. A few more backers. That's awesome. Feels great. Thank you, chat, so much.
Through the Woods by Vinny T. Wow. So close, Vinny.
Oh.
Come on now. Let's get this to 20K. Support orangutans, if you would. Support orangutans. Cash grab by Cecil. This is almost over, guys. 25 hours left, and Cecil's at 112,336. Cyberfrog Unforgettable, of course. We're getting so close to that. I can't believe we got to 45K today. Thank you guys for that.
And Monster MD's at like 72K, I think, right, Vaughn?
I was just at 70 last I checked.
Okay, 70.
72 sounds nice. Yeah, man. Support Monster MD. That's one of the most kick-ass comics you're going to find in indie comics right now, guys.
And Rob Casey's Cyborg USA.
Cyborg USA. Cyborg USA. All right, guys. Love you all. I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Sweet dreams. Adios.
Good night, everyone.